Hello everybody and welcome back to Odin's Movie Blog. I am the critic who is a cynic, and I did a test run of this on Twitch because luckily there's a test stream over there and I was getting very good frame rates, or I was at least getting very good connections, and it seems like it's holding up. So whatever issue was there, it looks like they have been fixed, so hopefully it lasts for the entire stream. But we are back on Streamlabs, everybody. How is everybody doing today? Mex, welcome back to the chat. Always great to have you here. Tina is here. We got Richie Rich. Howdy, Captain. Hello, Richie Rich. How are you doing? Edward Coleman is here. Hello, Edward. How are you? Cobra Kaiser Soze. Jake M. Look at her twist head around. No, she's looking at the camera. That's what she's doing. Rose is just, she's looking. She's looking into your soul, Tina. She wants you to love her. That's what she wants. She wants you to love her. In disguise, meep meep, cough cough. What is up? Welcome here, Asgardians assemble. Yes, indeed, Donald Hudson. Hope everyone had a great day. Today was my first day back at work. For many of y'all already know, I am a teacher, and we actually had a pretty good first day. No crazy situations just quite yet. It looks like we're going to have some pretty good classes, so I'm very excited. I'm trying some new things as well, so I'm actually very excited to try some of those things out. So, yeah, let's see. How's everyone doing? Jedi K, what's up, Jedi K? You got the notification. Hey, I didn't even hear back from YouTube, but they evidently fixed the notification problem. Maybe for you, but apparently there's already people who are still not getting notifications. Inflamed Wood, what is up? How's it, Odin? How was school today? It was actually fine. It was probably the least stressful day I've ever had. I did not have to yell at anybody, which is very rare for a first day of high school for me. So, yeah, I mean, it looks like the kids that I do have this year who don't know me are being respectful so far, so it's great. Carl Mayer, welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Yeah, so again, we have Streamlabs going right now, everybody. So boom, that means we got our fun gifts going. It also means you can donate through Streamlabs link tonight, and you can get those notifications. Greta, what's up, Greta? Hello, everyone. I won't be able to stay long. Have to go to work in a bit. No problem, Greta, at all. I understand. Donald says, terrified of the little ones, did ya? No, I wouldn't say I terrified them. I would say that I was, I was pretty respectful. I was pretty straightforward. I had an even tone. I think I got the message across, though, that I was not going to put up with any nonsense, and they seemed to hear it. So, Sergeant Whiskey Jack, what's up? Ah ha ha ha. Deleted. What does that mean? What does that mean? Is that a wrestling reference? Please let me know. But anyway, guys, let me know, how does the sound? Is the video okay? Again, I do have this set on a lower bit rate, so it's at 2500, but it looks like it's streaming around 3200, so I think that's a pretty good one. Sergeant Whiskey Jack, what is up? Jenica, hello, hello. That stinks that there are people still not getting notifications. Get it together, YouTube. I know, like, to me, that seems like something that would be very straightforward to be able to, get together, but apparently they don't understand it. Let's see. Edward Coleman says, any advice for a 40-year-old who went back to school to become a high school history teacher? Basically, just the first 2 weeks are crucial. If you can lay down ground rules, if you can just lay down that you are going to want to be taken seriously, whether that means giving punish work or just being very stern, that first 2 weeks is how you get it. Basically, you want any and all routines to be set within the first 2 weeks. If you can do that, the rest of the semester should be a breeze, because once they have those routines down, they learn them and then they're used to it. And so they end up not falling back into, the bad routines in the end. So that would be the advice that I would give. And also just, try and have fun with it. Sergeant, that's okay, man. TM Blakemore, that's a name I haven't seen in a while. Welcome back, Blakemore. Welcome back to the chat. Egg is here. What is up, Egg? Donald Hudson. Sound and look good, all father. Fantastic. Hound 3000. Oh, hey-oh. What is up? Sergeant says, I'm new here, channel. Bro, keep up the good work. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Always great to have someone new in the chat. Ines Guy says, audio is good, but there's this weird bearded guy with a funny hat on. Well, thank you for that. I find that to be a compliment. Mex says, I don't like the look that Australian Rose Tico is giving us on the stream. I think she's planning to crash the stream. Yes, I'm sure it'll be her fault and not the demons that we all let into our houses last night. Guys, last night was so much fun. So if you weren't here last night, we did a stream where I streamed me watching The Exorcist for the first time, and a lot of us were able to watch it together just like on our own devices. And it was really cool because we all pretty much were watching it live together, reacting at the same time, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun. It was great, and so I cannot wait to do more of those kinds of streams. Jedi K says, sounds great. Also, very glad to hear that you had a good first day back at school. I start college back in a week. Super excited. Nice. Yes. Hope that you have a good first day back at college. And also, hopefully that, I don't know, are you getting closer to the end of your college career, or are you just starting? Whichever way, hope you have a good one. 70B, heyo, here, but on my phone. Miss you, rascals. Miss y'all, too. TM Blakemore is indeed back. Awesome. Last night was fantastic, says Tina. I would agree. Tico is a no-go. Are you kidding me? Look at her. Look at her. She is the star of the stream. She is the reason why we're at 26 people right now. Everyone comes for the Rose Tico. Everyone comes from the Aussie Rose Tico. This is a fact of life. This is the reason why we are here. We are here for Tico. We are Tico Paths. And we're going to make you a Tico Path yet, Steph. That's all I'm going to say about that. Blakemore says, I like that Rose Tico is watching over the mic from above. Is she the patron saint of microphones? She's the patron saint of my chat. She is the patron saint of Odin's movie blog. That is a fact of life. Joshua Alvarez, what's up? Dang, I'm about to enter my junior year in college. Wow, okay. Yeah, I mean, I actually preferred, I'm one of those persons where I actually preferred high school. I actually liked high school a lot more than college. I liked the structure. I had a lot more fun. It was just a lot better situation for me, and I hated college. I love the people that I met in college. I met a lot of really great people, but overall, I think I liked high school better. Let's see. Rube Dog, glad to hear. Glad to get through the big. Glad to get through the big. All right. Jake M., did you hear about the mundane Matt situation? I saw the videos. I saw the one that Ethan Van Sciver did. I saw a bunch of other clips of it, too. Man, that's crazy. Like, the fact that this guy was trying to play like he was someone that he wasn't and then got caught and is still, like, to me, if I was him and I recognized, if I honestly knew that I had some demons or I had some problems, I would take a break from YouTube and I would, you know, take a shot from there. Biggest horror film, says Rube Dog. Smash the like button, says Tina. Absolutely. Hologram Nunchuck, what is up, Hologram? Good day, Sir Odin. How's that Asgard life? It's going fine. It's going fine. Went back to the classroom today. 70B says, waiting on my sushi roll. Do the Tootsie Roll. Yes, indeed. Tina, thank you so much for dropping the Streamlabs link. So, again, guys, if you want to support the channel, if you want to support me, and also if you want your message to come pop up on the screen with your name pop up on the screen, go through that Streamlabs link. It's great because YouTube doesn't get any money that you support through that link. It all goes through PayPal, so PayPal takes like a small cut. And the rest goes to me. But the best thing is that you get to support the channel without giving any money to YouTube. And as we all know, YouTube's kind of been sucking lately. The fact that I'll say YouTube sucks in a stream and that'll automatically get it flagged for demonetization tells you all you need to know about the situation. Donald Hudson says, full out cleaning the house with Odin and the gang. Nice, Donald Hudson. Always glad to have you listening. Mech says, Odin's reaction after watching The Exorcist watch? Let me see. Let me see if I can pull that up, Mex. Mex is one of my, how do I copy? C? Let me try and see if I can get that pulled up. Oh, yeah. The power of Christ compels you. Absolutely, absolutely. The power of Christ compels me for sure. Let's see. Paul Bunyan for Halloween, flannel and fake axe. That's an idea, Harry Brown. Definitely an idea. Hologram, what do you think about Bautista's response? I think he's digging himself a hole. Again, I think that he's just trying to defend a friend. But at this point, it would be better for him just to stay silent and say, hey, I like the guy. He's a good guy. And I hope that everything gets figured out. Like, that's how if I was in the situation of Dave Bautista, that's what I would say. I would say, hey, look, I don't really think there's anything there. You know, I think that obviously there are some disturbing things that he said, and I understand why people feel this way. But at the end of the day, I support him, but we'll see what ends up happening. You know, like, at least not to attack people and say F off. Like, to me, that just sends the wrong message, and it just makes him look bad in the long run. Let's see, Jedi K. No, I had some issues with dependency laws, so I've been out for the past 4 years. But since I'm about to be 24, I'm an independent student and qualify for 8 again. Technically, I'm still a freshman. Oh, okay, very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, I just graduated with my master's degree in May of this past year, so I know what that what that school life's about. Don't forget the cowbell. We need more Tico. Well, boom, we got Tico. We got Tico for days. Mex, so do you think that they should have adapted the prologue from the Meg into the book? Yes. So if you've never listened to the prologue to the Meg, there is this incredible scene that's set up where essentially you have a T-Rex getting eaten by a megalodon shark. And it's pretty badass. Though I will say one of the reasons why they might not have done that is because even though it wasn't a Meg, you did have in Jurassic World that giant sea creature eating the big bad dinosaur in that film. So that might be the reason why they just didn't want to copy that. Could be the reason. But man, that was such a badass scene for sure. Donald says, the power of rice compacts you. Begone, Chinese food. Jedi K, well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, it took me, I was a little bit delayed. I, took about a year trying to figure out my life, and then eventually I entered the master's program, and it took me about 3-4 years to finish. So yeah, it was a long time coming, but I'm definitely glad to not be in school, at least going. Tico has to go chanting protest at 70B. Nope, she is staying right next to me. Cobra says, I think Disney had those pics of Gunn released to ease the pressure of hiring him back. Yeah, I don't know if they released it. I don't know if they were the ones responsible for it, but I definitely think it kind of just cements everything actually happening for sure. Yeah, Tina, I was not sure how many people, which I'm surprised. We had like 31 people watching that stream last night, and that's just amazing. Like, the fact that they'll watch me, like, in the dark, watching a scary movie, and a lot of them weren't even watching it with us, is just really cool. It was a really cool situation. Rube Dog says, I saw The Exorcist on stage in London. Ian McKellen done the Pizzazu woes. Oh, my goodness gracious. I bet that would have been amazing. Is it just me, or is Tico giving us the finger, says Donald Hudson? No, she's not giving you the finger. That's her, like, her taser gun or whatever it's called. Sebastian Nocturne, what's up? Good evening, Odin, lovely Valkyries, and the rest of the Scooby-Doo gang. Damn right. Welcome, everybody, to the chat. I'm still trying to pull the chat up on my phone, but for some reason, the stream is not popping up. So I'm going to have to go to Twitter and go to it myself. But how's everybody doing? How is everybody's Monday? Everyone had a good day? Any fun or exciting things happen? Please let me know. Anything worth talking about? Have you seen Ghost Adventures? You have the beer. So I have seen some Ghost Adventures before. I don't watch it a whole lot because even though it's more of a comedy than anything else, there are definitely a few things in that show that freak me out just a little bit. But overall, it's pretty fun. Mex says, to our Australian Rostico, don't tase me, bro. Don't tase me. Oh, that's good. Jedi K says, I hope everyone had a good Monday. I know. I mean, Mondays can't be too great because it's a Monday. I'm kind of like Garfield with that. It's Monday. But I think overall it was a pretty good day. It was about as good as it could have been for a Monday, especially like a first day back at school. So last year when we went back to school on this day, like our first day where we have every class, it's like shortened 45-minute classes, school closed 2 minutes before the bell because the pump stopped working and we had no water. So they canceled it, and it was like mass chaos. It was great because we got a day to regroup, but it also forced me to like change my my game plan for like the next few weeks. And so looking back at that schedule, now I have to unpack it and repackage it in a lot of ways. So that's something I'm gonna be doing tomorrow morning. And then luckily I have an off period, last period tomorrow, so I'll have like 2 hours to get everything set for the week. Donald Hudson says, Scooby-Doo and the gang, F that, it's Odin and the mother effing time. Yes! Oh, I appreciate that. Guys, if y'all don't catch that reference, that's from an amazing comedy film called Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. And it is fantastic. I caught your reference, Donald. Jason Clark says, I rewatched Exorcist again last night. I missed some good parts paying attention to the live stream. Yeah, man, that was my first time watching it, and it was really good. It was really entertaining. I was very surprised that I liked it as much as I did. I thought I'd be more scared, but it was actually really fun. It was a great movie. Tina had a good day, slept well too. Great. I did not sleep well at all. So I only ended up, after the stream last night, it wasn't because I was kept up. It was just because the stream ended like around 10:30. I had to get up at 6 a.m., so I didn't get a full night's sleep. And that's why I kind of got on early today, so that way we can end probably like around 9:30 Central Standard Time. And then I think I have to record for Geeks and Gamers. I have to record a wrestling video for them. And so sleep is going to be very hard to come by this week. 70B says, did you get a good group of students? I think so. So basically, I'm teaching juniors and sophomores this year. So all the sophomores are new to me. I probably had like 15 of them last year in my homeroom, but I didn't really talk to them that much. So most of them are brand new. And I think because they don't really know me that well, they were all very quiet. I was very surprised by that. It was probably the smoothest opening day I've ever had. And I think a lot of that has to do for a couple reasons. One, they don't know me. But two, I've done this now a few times. This is now my 4th year teaching, so I think that it says a lot that I've got a little bit more control, which I hope is the case, because if that means I can maintain that kind of quiet throughout the year, we'll be in good shape. We'll be able to get through a lot of stuff. We'll be able to have a lot of fun too. It's going to open the doors for us to be able to do a lot more things. So yeah, I think I got a pretty good group this year. Mex says, so now that class is back in session, how do you think it's going to affect your live stream schedule? So as I was saying before, I think I'm going to eventually I'm going to procrastinate it to death, but eventually I'm going to have a set schedule. Again, the preliminary one that I have in mind is, Monday, Tuesday. Tomorrow I will not live stream. There will be no low council tomorrow because we have a school event that I can't get out of. It's the back to school night. So all the parents are coming in to meet their teachers. So that's going to be from, 6 to 8. And I'm just going to be so wiped after that. I'm not going to have time. I might not even have time to put up a regular video tomorrow. So I'm not going to have a live stream either. But I'm going to take Wednesday and Thursday off still. And then I'm going to leave the possibility of 2 out of the 3 weekend days. So either Friday, Saturday, or Saturday, Sunday, or one of those combinations. So I think that's what it's going to be, is my normal schedule, unless something comes up, is going to be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, taking off Wednesday, Thursday, of course, with the option in case, some guest comes on, or I get home early, or, we finish things earlier, or something like that happens. Then I'll extend it out a little bit more. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'll probably try and do around 2 of those days. So 2 out of the 3 of those. Let's see. Blake Moore says, just wondering, have you had any interest in the movie The Man Who Killed Don Quixote? It piqued my interest, but not the best reviews. I am excited for it because this is a movie that has been trying to be made for years, maybe even, is it even close to decades at this point? Like, Terry Gilliam has wanted to make this film for a long time. It's gone through so many starts and stops, and so the fact that it's finally getting made, I'm going to end up seeing it just because of the history of the process. Like, to me, they could make a documentary on the making of this film, and that alone would be an incredible film. So Nico Slow and Hale, what's up? Nico says, hey Odin, still have to laugh about your review from the article with Wayman directors. Yeah, man, like, oh my goodness, that article was just painful. Like, anytime you have to read the article from the Mary Sue, which apparently is also a word, that's the reason why, if you notice, I bleeped out the Mary Sue in my description, because when you have the words Mary Sue, I have like TubeBuddy, which is something that helps out YouTubers like put in tags and stuff, and it shows up as possible demonetization Mary Sue. And I was like, now that term is considered to be offensive is kind of scary at the same time. What the yes, hologram. What the F is the internet? The internet is a place where people go online and crap on each other, crap on movies. Urgel Sakibi, sorry, Urgel Sakibi. Who is the biggest idiot, J.J. Abrams or Rian Johnson? Rian Johnson. J.J. Abrams, like, I am a J.J. defender. I will say there's a lot of movies that J.J. has made that I like. Super 8, for example. You can say all you want about, oh, he stole ideas from Spielberg and he borrowed a lot of concepts and everything, but it doesn't mean that I don't like the film. So, I love Super 8. I still defend The Force Awakens. If you take away The Last Jedi, I would still defend The Force Awakens, because was it a perfect film? No. Did it have issues? Yes. But it was the film that I think a lot of people wanted to see, which was Star Wars back, having the old characters, having the new characters, and it was going somewhere. The Last Jedi just, obviously threw it off its rails, kind of just ruined any story potential that it had. But I still stand by that. And also, I personally still like the new Star Trek films, especially when you compare it to Star Trek Discovery. Meg says, so now that you've got 4 years of teaching under your belt, do you feel like you know what you're doing now? Pretty much. Yeah, I mean, the rule of thumb is that your 3rd year is when you start to feel comfortable. And so 4th year and beyond is when you're kind of just going through the motions, and you know what works, you know what doesn't work, you know how to, hold the attention of a room, you know how to handle situations. And actually now it's come to the point where for 3 years I was very much the same as far as my teaching style, because I was comfortable in that style. And so now the 4th year and beyond, now I'm able to start testing things, adding things, changing things. And so this year I'm changing my homework style and I'm adding in more discussions. And so I'm very excited to see how that actually happens. Donald Hudson says, Odin playing on YouTube and Enya on the stereo, cleaning made pleasant. Nice, Donald. That's awesome. Jedi K. Also, guys, so I haven't been following my own rule tonight, but if y'all could please just tag me in the comments. So if it's either just, at Odin's Movie Blog or just Odin at the very beginning of your comment, if you want me to read it, those are the comments that I'm going to read going forward. So if you left a comment that I don't read, just repaste it again, put Odin at the front, or tag me if you can, tag my channel, and I will gladly read it. But anyway, this is the last one I'm going to read without the tag. So Jedi K, have you seen Slender Man yet? I know it's probably going to be bad, but I'm still curious. I saw your review of The Meg. I figured that would be bad. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. The Meg is not a good film. I gave it a C- because the film itself is not well made, but I cannot deny that it is a lot of fun. I cannot deny that it's a great popcorn film. The reason why I didn't give it a higher grade as a popcorn film, though, is because there are some moments where the film takes itself too seriously, and it's not a film that should ever have taken itself seriously at all. So that's the reason why I didn't give it a higher grade, but there is enough there for sure. There is enough there for sure to keep most people happy. Again, I saw it in IMAX because I have the AMC A-list, so you know I'm able to get to see 3 movies every week, including IMAX, and so I thought it was well worth it. Tina, that will work for me as far as Tuesday if you're off. I have a case on Wednesday I have to testify in, so I'll be drained. Hey, no problem at all, Tina. Always just great to have you here. Adam Shawhan, what's up, Adam? If the kids misbehave, make them watch The Exorcist. Got my movie works great, thank you. Yes, Shawhan. All right, awesome. Yeah, so most people should be getting their Blu-rays. If you won a Blu-ray over the past couple weeks, all of y'all should be getting them at this point. The 2 exceptions being, actually no, Mr. Peabody, who's a regular in the chat, who lives in Australia, he got his Blu-ray, so I'm very excited about that. There is one who lives in Sweden. I don't know when his is coming in, but all of them have been shipped out. Steph, I do have yours ready, but with the school schedule, I didn't have time to drop it off, but it's going in the mail very soon. Glad to hear that, Adam, though. Glad to hear it. And yeah, I wouldn't be allowed to show that movie at school. Jake M., are you going to do anything for hitting 3K subs soon? Very good question. Yeah, so I am planning on, obviously the Wookiee onesies coming back out. And I think the plan was for me to, get some like KFC and eat some fried pork. I think that was the overall plan. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out, though. We still have a little ways. We're very close to 2,800, but I think that we still have about a week or probably like 2-3 weeks before we hit 3,000. But we'll plan something out fun for it for sure. Hello, Perth Comics. Welcome. Mex, and if your students really get out of line, make them watch either The Room or The Last Jedi. Yeah, I get fired if I made them watch The Room. The Last Jedi, that I might be able to get away with. Tina, world-class BS is interviewing Mahler and Dishonored Wolf and got demonetized before the show was barely on. Are you kidding me? Wow, Tina, that's insane. God, YouTube is so ridiculous. It's Hologram, Odin, you think the new Puppets movie will be any good? You mean like the rated R one? It could be. I mean, if they play it right, if they do it, if they make the film like it should be made, which is a raunchy comedy with puppets, and they make the right jokes, then yes, absolutely. But it could be bad. Per says, have you seen the Aussie classic Undead 2003? No, I have not. Rube Dog, I just saw this. Gordon's alive! Super. Heyo, what's up? Sorry I'm late. Was having some dinner. How was the first day of school? Was not bad. Was not bad. I had no discipline problems with any of my classes. In fact, all my sophomore classes were like very quiet. I was not used to that because I'm used to kids like talking to each other. Other than like a couple of looks between kids, there was no real talking. So I'm actually quite excited to see what we can do this year, because when the kids can get engaged and when the kids can understand that they're there to learn and not there to play, we can do so much more. I can break them into small groups. I can bring in more class discussions. I don't have to lecture for an hour. So I think that we're going to be able to do that with the group that we have this year. Richard Rich, I think JJ would be a great choice to direct almost any original IP, but he has a big problem respecting canon and established franchises. That might be the case. And again, I personally like his work. I think that overall he's made more hits than misses. Mex, personally, I think the serious moments of the film are likely left over from when they first proposed adapting the book. The book is definitely more serious and suspenseful. Oh, are you talking about the Meg? I'm assuming you're talking about the Meg there. Steph says, no rush on my end. Take your time. Well, I'm going to get it to you, Steph. Don't you worry. Barbecue pork sounds like an awesome answer. Greta says, what about the porks for the dogs for 3K? Yes. So I think that's what we're going to do, too, is that I'm going to take a video of the dogs. We're going to get some stuffed porgs, maybe even a giant pork, who knows. And I'm going to try and like put some food in it so that way we can get them ripping up the pork. That could be fun. Though I don't know if my wife, I don't know if Freya's going to approve. Super. No, if your students misbehave, make them watch Twilight. Oh, that would be torture. I might get fired for torturing my students. Like, that's actual torture. Alexander, hello. What did you think of the Jesus play? Also, you've grown to over twice your size since Kasdan. John, not that is actually skill, Daddy. Yeah, I mean, it is pretty crazy just how, how much I've grown since, not just from Chasm, but just in general. I owe a lot of that to Jeremy at Geeks and Gamers for, featuring me on his channel, for shouting me out, and also to you guys for keep coming back and, shouting me out when y'all can. And, thank y'all so much. It's been great. And no, I have not watched it. I just saw the title and was like, I'm going to have to wait and save this for another time. Mech says, you should also make some cookies from the Star Wars cookbook with the cookie cutters when you hit 3K subs. Ooh, okay. Yeah, there is a sugar cookie recipe that would definitely merit that for sure. Mechanical Warfare. It was demonetized because they had demons inside that actual intellect and the capability to make logical arguments to the crap that companies destroying franchises. Yeah, I know. Like, it's just and you know what's so funny? If that had been like the Young Turks, and they were dropping F-bombs, and they were attacking, people and calling people racist and just, like, going after people's character, they would not be demonetized. In fact, they have a show on YouTube TV. They have their own show that's featured on the subscription service. So, it just, to me, it's like, if you're going to treat someone one way, you got to treat everyone the same, That's my thought on that. Super says, now that I'm thinking about it, though, Twilight is so bad it might make the kids question their faith in God. That is a true statement. That is a very, very true statement. Perth Comics. I'm pretty sure Undead is the first film with a triple shotgun, which is 3 shotguns taped together. Oh my god, Perth. That actually sounds really cool. What's up, Hound? Greta, have to head out. Have a good chat, everyone. Thanks, Greta. Have a good day. Have a good day. Have a good day. Oh, have a good day at work. Yes. My name is Aussie Rose Tico. You have a very good day at work. Everyone behave in the chat. I'm Walker Jr. I got my gun in my hand. Oh, it fell. Why did it fall out your hand, Rose? Rose. What are you doing? How can you protect me if you can't even hold on to your gun? How can you save the things that you love if you don't have proper control of your gun? Oh, Lord. Don't screenshot this, guys. It's like, oh, there's Odin playing with his Rose Tico. Oh, boy. We all protect the people, but we got to protect the people that we love. That's what we got to do. We got to protect the people that we love. We can't attack the people. Oh, there it's in focus. We can't attack the people that we don't love. we can't do it. Steph, I'm looking at you. You gotta love me. You gotta love me. I'm thinking of turning Aussie Rose Tico into a mixture of Rose Tico and old Greg. I'm Rose Tico. Do you love me? Could you learn to love me? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I bet I got a lot of things there. Oh boy, Donald Hudson says, wow, did some say Twilight the kids? I do believe that's against the Geneva Convention. I would agree with that statement. Perth Comics says, Odin, more welded than tape. Shawhan says, Odin, you didn't put the gun in right. I know. 70 says, ew. Meg says, Australian Rose Tico, unable to protect Odin from danger. Sounds on par for the course. Yeah, it really does. It definitely fits the character. McKenna Warfare says, well, remember, YouTube is a private company. No need to have equality since you choose your own criteria. It's a very good point. That's why I really do want to find... I really hope that we're able to find a different medium to broadcast from that will treat everyone fairly, but also will be easily accessible, just like YouTube is for a lot of people. Alexander says, beware of Christian zealots. You aren't one of them, but there are Christians who can be just as crazy as SJWs and do the same kind of censorship just about God and satanic content. Okay, interesting. Super says, did Rose even use a gun on The Last Jedi or the Desperate 2 accessories? Can't remember. I don't ever remember her using a gun. Maybe she did. I remember her taser because I remember she tased Finn. The Finn? Nico says, when you reach 3.5 subs, throw that Tico out the window. No, I'm not gonna throw Tico out the window. Are you kidding me? Steph is saying no. Hound says, be careful, Tico might crawl up to your shoulder and attack me. McKenna Warfare says, you're playing with Rose, recording and setting to EVS. He will attack you with pies. Adam says it's Odin's Me Too moment. Jedi K says, I just died at the old Greg. I'm old Greg. I'm Rose Tico. Nice to meet you. Could you learn to love me? Rube Dog, that's possessed. Super says, Old Greg is one of my friend's favorite videos. It's so, I love Old Greg. Old Greg is just so damn good. It's so funny. Do you love me? Could you learn to love me? You ever drunk Baileys from a shoe? Cheyenne, no Tico Tacos if you throw her out. No, I'm not throwing Rose out. I could never throw Rose out. Never. Ever throw Rose out. I'm already caught up with the chat, guys. We're having fun. Also, guys, love your Aussie accent makes this I bet it's awful. I bet I'm butchering y'all's accent so bad. And so I apologize to all the Australians out there who watch this. My thought is not to offend, but merely to show just how ridiculous everything is with this. McKenna Warfare says, just so you remember, the face from last night's movie, that's the face Finn saw when Rose went to kiss him. Yes. Let's see. Shahan says, glad you had a good day, bub. Well, thank you, Shahan. I appreciate that. Perth, butchering in a good way. Okay, well, thank you. I'm glad. Again, as long as one of my resident Aussies is fine with it, I'm good. I'm good. Mex, Odin is playing with dolls. Odin has become Jeff Dunham. Before you know it, he'll be playing with a with a jalapeno on a stick. Good Lord, please not. Super says, oh, Odin, have you seen the video where they edit Tommy Wiseau on into Last Jedi Luke Skywalker scenes? It's hilarious. Yes, I have. It's fantastic. I personally love. There's another one where it's actually the original trilogy, and all the scenes with Darth Vader they've dubbed over with Tommy's voice, and it's fantastic. Oh, hi everybody! You lied to me. You betrayed me. Of course, that comes when he's when Vader's force choking people. Oh, it's so good. There are just so many awesome videos. All right, but while we have a little lull in the chat, I'm going to go ahead and pull up my Patreon page. Go ahead and give some love to the patrons. Guys, if you would like to support the channel, please go ahead and click on the link. One of my Valkyries is about to drop it. Go on, click on the link, pledge $1 a month. You become a part of my Asgardian army. And at this point, you, again, become officially part of the army. And also, your name will get shouted out during every single live stream. And I am working on things. Yes, Shahan, I'm still working on it, man. I still have your recommendations. I'm trying to work out how to be able to do exclusive live streams like before or after my main live streams just for Patreon users. I'm also trying to plan other things that I can do for them. Maybe exclusive giveaways. That could be something. I'm still working all those details out. But in the meantime, I want to give a huge shout out to my patrons. So I want to give a huge shout out to Adam Shahan, Castellan Fry, Dave Bob, Enrique Evangelista, Inflamed Wood, Jeffrey Toon, Slad Jones, the DJ D Show, those two ball guys, and my Valkyrie, Tina B. Y'all are all amazing. I love you. Thank y'all so much for supporting the channel. And also, guys, we are on Streamlabs tonight. So if you do want to support the channel, if you want to support my work, you can go ahead and either donate through YouTube, which I would not recommend because YouTube gets a major cut of it. And I don't think YouTube deserves any of the money at this point because of how crappy their service has been. But if you do want to support the channel, there is a way. You can click on the Streamlabs link. You can follow the instructions and you can donate just like a super chat. In fact, your message will pop up. You'll see your name will flash. You'll get this awesome little gift. It's a gift of Thor saying yes. It's fantastic. And also, that goes through PayPal. So PayPal only takes a small amount of money. And again, YouTube gets none of it. So just my little, just trying to sell myself a little bit. It's a sad job. I hate doing it, but we have to do it. All right, let's catch back up with the chat. Tico. Super says, oh, hi, Mark. Throws football at Mark Hamill's head. It gets me every time. Yes, it's so good. Alexander says, I saw a compilation of talk show hosts bad-mouthing Trump for winning presidency. All of them do it. Then Conan O'Brien says they can vote for someone else next time. Is he the man? I think so. He's always been the one for me that's always been the least political, and I love that. Again, if you can make fun of everybody, if you can make jokes about everyone, you're good. You're good in my book. But if you're just gonna constantly harp on one person and make your political bias obvious in a talk show arena, it's just like, shut up. Where are the actual jokes? Where is the actual comedy? Mex, maybe for the next live movie viewing, you should pick one of the films from your list. That way you could kill two birds with one stone. That's a very good idea. I think that I might actually do that. That sounds like a good one. Someone recommended The Professional, and that was one that was on the list, so we might have to do that. McKenna Warfare says, you should make a video with just the title, Justice for Brad. Possibly. Tina, thank you for dropping the Streamlabs link. So at 7:36, guys, Tina, my Valkyrie, she posted the Streamlabs link. So again, Tell YouTube it's ancient history. Exactly. So if you want to support the channel, if you've been wanting to support me for a while and you've never done it before, think about it. Again, you don't have to. I never make anybody, but I always do appreciate it. It always means a lot to me. But yeah, YouTube doesn't get any of that money that goes through Streamlabs. Again, PayPal just takes a very small percentage, meaning like 50 cents essentially, and it's a pretty good deal. Super says, wait, Streamlabs is working, just an accident, or did you figure out what was wrong? Yeah, so I think that some server must have been down. There must have been some issue on someone's end, and yeah, so I did a test run through the test stream on Twitch, which luckily doesn't, you know, stream anywhere. It's just a test live stream, and luckily what I was able to do is I was able to test it. Everything was green for, you know, a solid 3 minutes, which was very unlikely compared to the things I've tried before. Jumped on, and we've been smooth sailing ever since. So yeah, Streamlabs is now up. So Streamlabs is up and working. So if anyone wants to test that out, go right ahead. I'd appreciate it. Mechanical Odin, selling yourself? Are we back in the 80s? Adam, Odin, we are Team Coco. Damn right, man. Jedi K says, Odin, I may not be able to stay for the entire live stream because I have to clean, but I did want to come and say hey and would love to support your channel, but I'm broke college kid now. Jedi K, that's fine. That's totally fine. You do not have to donate anything. Again, just you giving me your time is more than enough, Jedi K, and I'm just glad that your notification worked for today's stream, because I know that you've been missing some streams because of YouTube not picking up their end of the bargain. I understand what that's like. I'm still in college debt myself, so I totally understand that. No problem at all. Mech says, yes, a Justice for Brad special for when you reach another channel milestone such as 4K. 4K, that could be something. We could have the Justice for Brad live stream. That could be fun. Richie Rich says, Leon is better than John Wick. Ooh, them's fighting words. Those are fighting words right there. It sounds like I really need to check this out. I really need to check this out then, because John Wick to me is one of the greatest franchises of all time. Super says, Conan has revealed his politics, but he knows when and how to speak of it, and he's not so crazy that he won't talk to people opposing. Exactly. You're exactly right there. Alexander says, a little while ago, I got banned by a streamer. I argued with them about SJWs in Battlefield. They were sick of it and said I would be banned if I mention it again. Well, that's really sad to hear that. Again, I'm not for banning people unless they're like attacking somebody and being an actual troll in that way. That's the only time I'd ever ask my Valkyrie, and I'm sure they'd do it on their own anyway, if someone was just being hateful. But I don't really believe in that. Like, normally, if there's something where, like, if there's someone, and it's happened a couple times before, someone's been talking about the same point over and over and over again, and it's just not, we're not going anywhere, sometimes I'll just ask them to stop. I don't threaten them to block them, but I do say I might just start ignoring you, and that's only happened a couple times, though, luckily. Mechanical Warfare says, I do have to ask you, The Exorcist or Poltergeist? Never seen Poltergeist, but The Exorcist last night was creepy. Alexander says, then a little later, they are talking about it themselves when I drop into the stream, so I assume it's okay to add my input, then I get banned and pissed right when I notice. That sucks. Jedi Kai says, me too. Thanks for all you do. I really do enjoy your content. I'm happy to have found such a wonderful group of people. Well, thank you, Jedi Kai. I really do appreciate that. And, you know, good luck with your studies. I know that college can be very, very hard and tedious at times, but good luck with your studies. Great to have you here. Hope that you can stay throughout the school year. I hope that I'm able to continue to produce the same amount of content that I normally do throughout the school year as well, and it'll be great to have you here. 70B, I agree. John Wick is bae. John Wick is absolutely bae. Perth Comic says, where is Hungen and Moonin at the moment? They are kenneled up, actually. So they were with my wife, they were with Freya, and then Freya had to go somewhere, and so they are kenneled up because they cannot be trusted. Alexander says, after this, I decided to go after them with fake accounts. First to try and talk to them, to troll and badmouth him, who is in the wrong. Yeah, I mean, I would say they were in the wrong the first time, but going back and trying to create fake accounts and troll them, I'm not for that personally. That's just not that's not how I would do things. Vincent Vader says, you really need to watch Poltergeist. Maybe that'll be the next scary movie that we watch, but it's gonna be, I'm gonna need a little time to detox. In Flamewood, Poltergeist original is fantastic. I've heard. That is what I've heard. Let the Dogs Out says Hound 3000. Not right now. Not right now. They're just a handful. I love them, but they're just a handful. Perth Comics says, you haven't seen Poltergeist and you call yourself a movie buff. Rectify the situation post haste. Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of movies, but when it comes to horror films, I'm definitely lacking. If there's one genre, two genres technically that I can think of, the two genres that I have the least amount of experience with are Westerns and horror films. Those are the two genres that I lack the most in. Now, obviously, there are plenty of classic films that I have not yet seen. Obviously, Leon the Professional is one of them. It's been on my radar for a very long time. I just never had time to watch it. But yeah, I don't tend to do well with scary films because they scare me. Hey girl, rectify. Let's see. Adam Cheyenne says, Odin, I hope you enjoyed the Dirty Harry I linked on your video earlier. I have not had a chance to check that out yet. Teresa Martin says, if Odin lets the dogs out, they'll get the remote again. Yeah, if I let them out again, there's a chance that they could bump into my shelf, knock down the 1977 Chewbacca, and that would be very, very sad. Or even worse, they could bump in, knock down my Rose Tico, who's my protector, my bodyguard. Where is Lando? I wonder if Lando's in the World Class BSer stream right now. That might be where he is. That's assuming where a lot of people are right now. Yeah, Good, Bad, and the Ugly. That is one of them, Shawhan. That's the one where I fell asleep during it. I thought it was very boring, but I am willing to give it another chance at some point. McKenna Warfare says, choose the best detox. Lego Batman, John Wick, Zootopia, Army of Darkness. Out of that list, I would say John Wick. Out of that list, it'd be John Wick, but something tells me we'll choose a film that I've never seen. So I think that's the direction that we're going with that one. Jedi K, Poltergeist is really worth it. The original and the remake are both good in my opinion, and you watch Clint Eastwood, he's the legend where Westerns are concerned. You're good. All right, sounds good. Sounds like Poltergeist is going to be the next scary film that we watch, guys. Hologram says, check out The Wild Bunch, great Western by Sam Peckinpah. Okay? Peckinpah. Alexander, even worse, they can knock down Rose Tico, disliked. Don't attack my Rose Tico. How dare you? How dare you? I hope they do. Tico is good. No, Tico is amazing. Nico, Slow and Hale. Odin, what do you think of 13 Ghosts? For me, it's the only movie I can't watch again. Never seen it. Never seen it. Sounds like a horror film, so that probably explains why I have never seen it. Jason Clark says, so were you snuggled up close to Freya last night to protect you from when the lights went out? No, she was actually already asleep, and I actually got to bed pretty quickly last night, so I was not as scarred as I thought I was going to be going there. McKenna Warfare says, Lando is serving his donuts on World Class BSers. Sounds about right. Super says, yeah, I'm lacking in classics and horror too. Classics I just haven't had access to. In horror I avoid like the plague because I'm a huge wuss. I'm a huge wuss as well. Army of Darkness is a very good one. I will say Army of Darkness is very good. I just watched The Outlaw. Josie Wales the other day says Cruel Barab. Edward Coleman says Army of Darkness. Two Mules of Sister Sarah says Shawhan. Really? Perth, have you seen the romantic comedy Wolf Creek? No, I have not. And something tells me that it's not a romantic comedy. I sense some sarcasm there. Alexander says, my account is so weird. 2 votes when I click like or dislike. Interesting. Well, just don't dislike the video, man. That hurts me. Jedi K says, Army of Darkness is awesome. Ash is Bay. Ash is Bay. Absolutely. Ash is fantastic. This is my boomstick. Shop smart. Shop S-Mart. Give me some sugar, baby. TM Blakemore says, I miss Extra Stream, but I'm watching Shaun of the Dead tonight while watching the stream. That should count for something. It does, Blakemore, and also, too, because I have that stream now, anytime that you want to watch The Exorcist, anytime that you want to watch it, you can watch that live stream. We go into the movie maybe like 10 minutes in. I give y'all updates about my timestamp. You can watch the movie with me anytime that you want because that live stream exists. And that's why I love it, because even if you miss our movie nights, you can always go back, watch it, and experience it yourself. Obviously, you can't experience live. You can't put feedback in there, but I think it's still fun nonetheless. But Shaun of the Dead is fantastic. I love Shaun of the Dead. McKenna Warfare, quick question. Remember that part in the original trilogy where they say many Bothans die for this information? How does that fit with Rogue One seeing a fleet got the info? That is actually a good point. I don't understand. Yeah, I don't know. Because you're right, they do say many Bothans die for this information. I guess it's because they only cover the information being received. Maybe it's the Bothans. I think actually in Rogue One, they may have even referenced the fact that Bothans get the information. I can't remember. It's been a very long time since I've seen Rogue One, so maybe someone in the chat can better explain that possible plot hole. Next, have you seen the Office comedy On Time? I have not. I have not seen that. Brad Noble, our pet trolls in the chat. What's up, Brad? Hey, Odin, any advice on rigging a fishing rod hitting the lake tomorrow? I have no idea. I'm not a big fisher. My brother-in-law, if he was on right now, he'd give you some huge hints on that because he's a big fisherman, big hunter, but I am not. I'm very much a noob when it comes to those kinds of things. But good luck fishing, man. Have fun. That was Death Star 2 for the Bothans. Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, Blake Moore, I agree. Bruce Campbell, anything with Bruce Campbell is great. I will say, one of my favorite parts, even though it's by far the worst Spider-Man, or one of the... I can't decide if Spider-Man 3 or Amazing Spider-Man 2 is the worst Spider-Man. It's very close between the two. But I think the one thing that might make Spider-Man 3 just a little bit better is Bruce Campbell's appearance in it as the French waiter. So good. So good. He's a great character actor. I love him. Alexander says, when Arya and Jamie get together, you can react to the episode live. Good lord, dude. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I pray that that never happens. I got to see Tombstone, maybe. I haven't seen Amazing Spider-Man 2. Amazing Spider-Man 2 is not a very good film. Jamie Foxx is awful in the movie. My least favorite character, by far. Donald Hudson says, what do you get when you play a country song backwards? You get your house, truck, dog, and wife back. Donald Hudson, that's a digital cookie for you, man. Yes. Oh, I love it. I hate country, but I love that. That's great. That's hilarious. Max says, speaking of Rogue One, it contradicts the original Star Wars film because the opening crawl says the rebels won that battle and the plans were beamed to Leia's ship while it was... And then he's going to continue on from there. So it sounds like there was some inconsistencies there. Perth Comics says, Bruce Campbell was also the ring announcer in the first Spider-Man. He was in every Spider-Man. He was actually in every Spider-Man because he played the ring announcer. In the second film, he played the guy at the theater who was making him like fix his tie his shoe, and then told him that he couldn't come in. And then he played the French waiter. I love Bruce Campbell so much. Yeah. Oh, guys. Like, Bruce Campbell is a legend for sure. Vincent Vader says, Odin needs to brush up on horror and westerns. I really do. You're right. I really do need to. Random, how's it going? Random, great job yesterday. I was able to catch a little bit of the stream on Geeks and Gamers. Great job. It was you, Ivan Ortega, and Jeremy rocking it, so I cannot wait to watch that back when I can. But great job, Random. Always great to have you here. Also, Random, for some reason, Streamlabs is now working for me. So, yeah, it's really cool. But yeah, going back to Vincent Vader, definitely need to catch up. For sure. Have you seen My Name is Bruce or Bubba Hotep? No, I have not, Kiko Rogers, but I have heard of them. Mech says, and then continuing on from Rogue One, a Mercy diplomatic mission. So when Vader saw the plans going into that Corellian gunship, it totally contradicted the scene in the original Star Wars movie when Leia is brought, and then continuing on from it. So it looks like there is a giant plot hole with Rogue One, which, again, with all the behind-the-scenes chaos behind Rogue One, it's not surprising that the story also suffers as well. Super says, Amazing Spider-Man 2 was definitely worse. That movie ruined Green Goblin and Dane DeHaan. Yeah, I would agree with you there. Dane DeHaan had a really awesome career going. I mean, if you've never seen the found footage film, oh, what's it called? There's this amazing found footage film with Dane DeHaan in it, and it is an incredible film. And I'm blanking on the name of it right now, but it's really good. That was, to me, a movie that could have defined a career. And unfortunately, because of Amazing Spider-Man 2, I think his career might already be over, sadly. So it's really sad to see that. But yeah, Amazing Spider-Man 2 was really bad. Jamie Foxx was my least favorite part, though. Vincent Vader, Odin hasn't watched Tombstone. I have not. Again, Westerns and horror films, I'm a total noob on those genres. Miguel Warver says, did you ever see the movie Ferris Bueller? Of course, yeah. Ferris Bueller I've seen. I love Ferris Bueller. And then Mex continuing on and I think completing his story. Before Vader, and he says that she wasn't on any Mercy mission this time. Gareth Edwards, Tony Gilroy, and the Sorry group screwed up big time. Absolutely. Absolutely they did. Nice, I'm happy it's working now. Thanks, Random. Yeah, I mean, I'm just glad because I love going through Streamlabs, and so it's really great that it's actually working at the moment. Yeah, I heard great things about Bubba Hotep. Per Comic says, there was an old Bruce Campbell TV show called The Adventures of Briscoe Country Jr. Was a Western with sprinkling of sci-fi. Ooh, that sounds fun. Mex, are you thinking of Chronicle or Valerian? Chronicle. That's the one I'm thinking of. Thank you very much. Chronicle. So yeah, if you've never seen Chronicle, guys, it's a really great film. Dane DeHaan plays the villain in it. It's about these group of kids that discover this, essentially this foreign glowing object that ends up giving them superpowers. Michael B. Jordan's in it. That's like his first role that got him on the map before he, of course, got the role in Creed and unfortunately Fanforstic. But it's a really great film. Great acting, really well shot. I know that some people don't like found footage films. It's probably my favorite found footage film overall, so I would definitely recommend checking out that one. But yes, thank you. It was Chronicle. Valerian, I did not even watch because it looked so bad. The CGI, just in the trailers alone, made me want to vomit. Tina says, "Oh my gosh, I was about ready to mention that show too. Came out the same season as X-Files. CWD, make Bruce Campbell a Jedi with a light chainsaw and shock blaster gun. Oh my goodness, I'd pay to see that. I would absolutely pay to see that movie for sure." Rosefire, where did you get the Rose Tico action figure from? Oh, you didn't hear the story?
Hello, my name is Rose Tico. I'm from Perth, Australia. There's a user named Mr. Peabody. He sent me all the way from Perth, Australia, and that is where I'm from. I'm from Perth, Australia, which is what I got. I got a very, very weak Australian accent. But don't get me wrong. I'm Rose Tika, and yeah, very great to have you here.
Yes, thank you, Rose. So Rose Tika was given to me by Mr. Peabody, and I'm very incredibly thankful because it is now one of my prized possessions. And no, I am not lying. Super says, you talking about Chronicle? Yes, I was. 30B says, Tombstone is a wonderful film about friendship. All right, definitely going to be on the list. Maybe that can be one of our movie night films. Hybrid says, Odin, nice seeing you. My New Hope DVD came awesome. Turns out it didn't work on my DVD player. It's not a DVD. It's a Blu-ray player. That's why it's not going to work. It's okay, though, Odin. I at least appreciate your giveaway, so just want to say thanks. I'm not mad. Hyper, the reason why it did not work is because it's a Blu-ray. So it'll only work in a Blu-ray player. So you might have to get an updated system that plays Blu-rays, and it'll work. So I've already figured out the problem because yeah, it's not a DVD, it's a Blu-ray. So that's the reason why that didn't work. So it will work. You just need to get an updated system, and you're welcome. Hopefully that you can get that working. Tina says, okay, Tombstone goes on the list for a future watch show. It's incredible, awesome, Tina. Thank you very much. Donald Hudson says, you know what NASCAR stands for? Non-athletic sports created around Netflix. That's good. McKenna Warford says, would you never consider watching the movie It? Ooh, the original or the new one? That's one where if people wanted it, that would definitely be on the horror list. But keep this in mind. I'm going to space out my horror movie watchings because I can only, my little heart can only take so much. But I would absolutely be willing to consider it. I'd be willing to consider it for sure. Let's see. Stephanie B. Jordan says Michael B. Jordan was in The Wire. Oh, that's right. He was. Let's see. Cannon Warfare says, did you ever play a computer game called Republic Commandos? No, I did not. Groovy. Ew, I don't feel so good, says Stephanie B. Oh, come on. Leave my rose alone. Let my rose go. Tina B says, it's in my shared Voodoo account with my brother. I still haven't watched it yet. Rosefire. Ooh, controversial question. Waffles or pancakes? I do like me a very good Belgian waffle. So I'm going to go waffle. I'm going to go Belgian waffle. Final answer. Mex, this may be an odd question, but your comments about the plot of Chronicle reminded me of this. But have you ever heard of the book called Empress Teresa? No, I have not. Tell me more. Yeah, also, guys, Blu-ray players are not that expensive these days. You can get a pretty good one for relatively cheap. And also, if you have any gaming systems, like the newer ones, like the Xbox One or any PlayStation, I think PlayStation 3 and beyond, maybe even PlayStation 2 and beyond, they all play Blu-rays too. So that is an option. Super says, Dane DeHaan was also in Place Beyond the Pines. Such a good movie. Never will stop shilling for it. I have not seen it yet. It's been on my radar. I own it, so it has been on my radar for a while. Mex, if you ever want to punish your students, make them read one of the chapters available publicly from the Empress Teresa's website. Why? What is it about that that would make it disgusting? Hyperen, my player is called a Samsung Blu-ray player. Sorry, don't know why I said DVD player. Shaking my head. Sorry. Interesting. I don't know why then. Hyperen, are you in the United States? Yeah, I think you are. Because the only thing I can think of is that it's not the correct region. Because otherwise it should work fine. Maybe if you have like a gaming system, try it in there. Jedi K, could you add the Sackets to your watch list? Very good Western. Maybe. Let's see if we have anyone else that will put it up. Super says, did you just reference Prince of Egypt, or am I just a geek? That particular song was not Let My People Go. That was not from Prince of Egypt, but I do love Prince of Egypt. Deliver us from the promised land. I love that movie so much. Once I called you brother. Can you believe that Val Kilmer did the voice for Moses in that movie? Fun fact, right? Oh, and then Voldemort did the voice for I always forget his name. But Voldemort did the voice for Prince Ramses. Fun fact, and they did their own singing. Mr. Pete is back. TM Blakemore says, for the love of Bruce Campbell, I challenge you to make a video on how Bruce Campbell can make crappy movies awesome. Ooh, I might take that up. Mechanical Warfare says, do you know something about Warhammer 40k? No, I do not. Alexander says, Republic Commando is an FPS game as a clone special forces man during the prequel era. Ooh, very cool. Hyperen says, yes, Odin, I'm in the U.S. Maybe I'll try again and see if it works. Yeah, I mean, because it should work. It's worked on everyone else's United States, so I don't know why it wouldn't. Because I do test them all before I send them out. I make sure that they play. So I don't know what the issue might be. Per says, PS3 onwards for Blu-ray. Xbox 360 tried to push HD DVD and lost. So Xbox One is the first Blu-ray. Thanks, Per. Thanks for that official update on that. Super says, so I'm a geek who got it wrong. Sweet. It's no problem at all, man. Tina, Empress Teresa is one of the worst pieces of fan fiction ever written. It makes Twilight look like War and Peace. Good God. Then I never want to read it ever in my entire life. I have seen it, Kiko Rogers. I thought it was very boring, but I'm willing to give it a second chance. Super says, it's crazy that Prince of Egypt was only like DreamWorks' third movie. They peaked way too early. I agree. Like, I think even non-religious people, like even like non-Catholics, non-Christians, people who are atheists will admit, I think for the most part will admit that Prince of Egypt is a very, very well done animated movie. And that's just a credit to what they were able to do with it. Let's see. Mech says, Empress Teresa is such a poorly written book that it actually makes Chuck Wendig look like Timothy Zahn. Oh, that's really bad. That's really bad. Tina says, I saw the Frederick Knudsen YouTube video of it too, and wow, it was bad. 30 Shades bad. Good Lord. Good Lord. Oh, yeah, Kiko Rogers is absolutely YouTube for sure. Alexander says, which Voldemort, the Nazi officer from Schindler's List or under turban face Voldemort? Schindler's List. Schindler's List one. He's so good, though. Yes, 70B, thank you. At 8 o'clock, she posted my contacts. If you want to email me, if you have a question, you want to have a conversation, email me or direct message me on Twitter. Those are the best ways to contact me. CWD says, after hearing rumors of Captain Phasma returning again, so she is either the Kenny of Star Wars or has several dozen clones. Yeah, I heard that too. Like, I was reading one article, and it seemed to confirm a lot of different things. One was her coming back, her returning. So it's going to be interesting to say the least, whether or not that's true or not and how they bring her back. Hopefully they don't ruin her character once again and make her get killed in like 2 minutes. I say killed because she hasn't been killed quite yet. Let's see. Hyperen, after Exodus next watch 50 Shades of Grey, Odin make it oh my God, dude. How many people would want to see me watch 50 Shades of Grey? Now, I know not a lot of people would want to watch it with me, but how many people would want to see my reaction? Because I'm going to tell you right now, my face would be in my hand probably for the entire runtime, for sure. Good. Thank you. 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 Good God, thank you. Hyperen, damn you, man. I'm so glad that I've got amazing people. Yes, thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you. I never wanted to watch that movie, and now it looks like I've got my support. So Hyprin, hell no, we're not watching it. Favorite anime movie, says Mechanical Warfare. I usually get a mix up. I love classic 90s musicals, so I usually go between Hercules and Hunchback of Notre Dame. Hunchback might be my favorite. I love the score. I love the music. I love the story. It's great. So that might be one of my all-time favorites for sure. Toy Story 3, though, is also up there as far as like all-time. Mex, I suppose they have to bring Phasma back so that she'll officially have more screen time than Boba Fett. I guess so. Vilned says, have you watched The Ballad of Mundane Matt by Mr. Mitsukoner? Thoughts? I don't know if I've seen that exact video, but I have seen Mundane Matt just, put his foot into a giant trap, and it was not good at all. It was definitely a cringe compilation. Super says, I think thing about Prince of Egypt is that I think it's based in faith, but isn't spiritual, if that makes sense. It recognizes the literary genius of the Bible and uses it to the fullest. I agree. Like, there are spiritual elements to it, but it's not theological in its scope. Its goal, its objective is not to evangelize, is not to spread the word of the Old Testament, but is instead just to tell the story from a literary perspective. So glad that y'all said no to that. Kasaki's back in the chat. What's up? Brad almost says, Odin, I don't hate you, man. Good. Tina with a huge hell no. That would be cringy, says Jedi K. Thank you. Yeah, dude, Three Amigos just says Shawhan. Three Amigos might be the one, to be honest. I love Three Amigos so damn much. Rat Boy, it's been a while, man. Rat Boy says, love the math vids. Got a question. In the age of quick releases, do you think it's possible to dethrone Avatar in future? Infinity War was in theaters 3 months. Avatar was in theater 9 months. I think it's possible, but it's going to take a very special movie to do it. Is it possible? Yes. I thought Infinity War could have been that film. I was obviously off by a few $100 million, but still, I honestly do think it is possible, and I pray for the day. And I cannot wait for the day that it gets dethroned. CWD says, might be better if you watch Santa Claus Meets the Ice Cream Bunny. Good God. Mechanical Warfare says, Odin, between 50 Shades and Twilight, I'd choose The Last Jedi or Going Blind. Good God. Do I have to choose between those? Pindrop. What's up, Pindrop? Welcome back to the chat. Super says, although I think making you watch 50 Shades would be hilarious, I don't want to hear you hurt, so I say no. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Hypern, 50 Shades of Grey is art, though it's misunderstood masterpiece. Joke. Okay, thank God. Hypern, I was starting to get worried about your sanity by you making those statements, so I'm very glad that you're just trolling there. Jason Clark says, so watching 50 Shades with you would be really uncomfortable. Yep, it would be very much uncomfortable. Kilo Rogers, no one suggested Spaceballs, but I would be down. I would be down for sure. McKenna Warfare says, I know this probably is not everyone's cup of tea, but did you watch Schindler's List? Yes, I did. I loved it. I thought it was great. I thought it was an excellent history film. The black and white, the use of black and white and color in the very beginning is fantastic. The action and rather the acting is phenomenal. Liam Neeson has never given as great a performance as in that film. The ending is extremely touching when you have the actual survivors paying tribute to his grave. I think it's a beautiful film. So yes, I love it. Schindler's List is definitely up there for one of the greatest made films of all time. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites because it's not a film that I feel like I need to watch on multiple occasions, but I do appreciate for what it is. Tina says, Santa Claus and Ice Cream Bunny is so awful. The crew at Mystery Science Theater 3000 was at a loss for words. That is saying a lot because they normally have a lot to say. Super. Ever seen DreamWorks work Road to El Dorado? One of my favorites when I was a kid. Yeah, I like that one too. Yeah, definitely, I think an underrated film for sure. An underrated DreamWorks animated film. Very, very good. Perth, what do you think of the religious allegory at the end of the Matrix trilogy? There's a lot there. I think that throughout all of the Matrix films, you can find a lot of religious allegory. For example, the red pill, blue pill. Do you want to stay in fantasy, or do you want to embrace the real world? In fact, if you've ever heard of the allegory of the cave, I recommend looking that up. The allegory of the cave. That is what that Matrix is essentially based off of. Basically, it's this mindset where your whole life, the way the allegory goes is the whole life. It's Plato's allegory. The whole life of these people is all they see are projections and shadows on the wall. So they're in a cave. They're chained up. They can't turn around. So all that they can see is reflections of animals, reflections of things outside that are being reflected on the wall of the cave. And that is their reality. That is what they perceive to be real. That is their reality itself. One day then, I'm sorry, Rose. One day then the chains are broken and they're allowed to turn around, and they don't know what they're watching. They cannot perceive and understand what is actually going on. And so in a lot of ways, the Matrix is the same way, where they're in this fantasy world. They're looking at something that's not real, but then eventually they are released into what is actual reality. And of course, it takes Neo a long time to be able to accept what is actually real. And yeah, I mean, I think the Matrix has a lot of religious undertones for sure. Mr. Pete says, friend, why do you support the Judeo-Christian way of faith, yet you use a pagan name? No disrespect. It's just a nickname, man. That's all that it is. It's just a nickname. So, good question, though. Alexander, I should suggest some embarrassing movies for your movie night currently on Canadian Netflix. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. News is great. High pin drop. Jake M., what subject do you teach? Theology, of course. Tina, I tried to read an Amazon sample chapter of 30 Shades, and writing was so bad. You mean 50 Shades? Good God, 30 Shades. The writing was so bad, my eyes watered. I think of the good writers out there struggling to get published and can't. Oh, man, Tina, I understand where you're coming from for sure. Like, there are people out there who work their tails off, who are very good writers, but just can't get picked up by anybody. And yet you have because 50 Shades is actually just, wait a minute. Is it Twilight? Or, yeah, 50 Shades is Twilight fan fiction. So Twilight already is garbage, but 50 Shades is literally Twilight fan fiction that was published and put into a film, and it's really sad. That's a very, very good point. Super says, really? Avatar was in theaters for 9 months? That's ridiculous. I can think of like 20 movies off the top of my head that were way more deserving in that time. I can too, and that's the reason why I think it's going to take a very special movie, but also a very special producer who is going to be willing to try and make a film be in theaters for that long. So, Three Amigos, yes, says Jake M. Mech says, if you happen to like Marx Brothers style comedies, I would like to suggest checking out Brain Donors. Yeah, I haven't really seen any Marx Brothers stuff. Never really been on my radar. Hyperin, that makes me wonder, why can't they make movies in black and white anymore? Is it because it's expensive? I get we're in the modern era, but I think that it would be a breath of fresh air. I would agree with that, Hyperin, but I think the reason why is because they think a lot of audiences would not like it. We have had a couple of black and white films. We've had at least films that play with black and white. The most notable would be The Artist, where they actually made a silent movie that actually did very well for the genre that it was trying to portray. So I would say that there's definitely people out there who would watch it, but I think if you were to show a movie in black and white today, most general audiences would say, I don't know about that. So I think it's more of a marketing standpoint, how can we make money standpoint, than anything else. But I would agree. I would love to see more. My little buttercup has the sweetest smile. Hologram, what's up, man? I have a fever, and the only cure is more cowbell. Super says, we should watch Nice Guys together. That'd be super fun. Nice Guys is awesome, guys. I mean, if you've never seen Shane Black's The Nice Guys, you are missing out. That is an excellent film. Maybe I should do, you know what? I might do a Twitter poll. I know that not everyone's on Twitter, but I think most people are. So I might do a Twitter poll to see what the next movie is that we're going to watch. Blake Moore, please tell me there will be piñatas if you watch the Amigos on live stream. A plethora of piñatas. 3K subs, piñata party. We'll see. I don't know if I'll be able to provide the piñatas. Maybe Rose Tico will be able to provide the piñatas. Piñata. I have a plethora of piñatas. Very, very good. Mechanical Warfare says, The Matrix, I thought, was a different perspective of Deus Ex Machina, the God within the machine. No, there are a lot of different messages in that film, but there are also a lot of theological or Christian references too. Whether it's by accident or not, I'm not sure. In Toxavision, join just in time to see Rose Tico get smacked. Life is good. You leave Rose alone. Perth, give me the Matrix over the real world. The real world in the Matrix has a crap hole. Yeah, I'll take the real world any day personally. Edwards Coleman says, The Devil's Rejects. Ooh, I don't know about that. Donhausen says, The Matrix had a whole gaggle of different themes, from determinism to fatalism. That's why the sequels were all over the place. I agree. That's why they weren't as strong. Super says, Twilight fanfiction written on a BlackBerry by a person with the screen name Queen Ice Dragon. No doubt, so cringy and stupid. Yep. And that is something that got published, and yet you have people who are like 1,000 times more talented of a writer and have not been published yet. It's ridiculous. Alexander says, Looper for next movie night. Yes, let's watch a Rian Johnson movie and watch everyone flee. Clerks is a good option. CWD says, have you ever seen anything animated by Don Bluth, and you have any favorites too? I've never seen anything. I don't know. Give me some examples of movies that are animated by Don Bluth. That's not a name that comes off the top of my head. But as far as animated movies, once again, I do love, as I said, Hunchback and Hercules. Tina, I did type 30 Shades, didn't I? Was just trying to knock it down to 20. I thought you were talking like a prequel. Could you imagine? At this point in Hollywood, would you be surprised if they tried to make a 50 Shades prequel and try to do like 30 Shades or some stupid nonsense like that? Hybrid, maybe when they introduce 4D for a special kind of movie, it could work. Keep in mind, Avatar only made so much money due to the introduction of 3D. That's a very good point. And also, they made a special deal where almost every good showtime was only shown in either 3D or IMAX 3D. So yeah, they got everything that they possibly could have. Perth Comics says, I didn't buy the Walking Dead #1 comic because it was in black and white. Duh. Yeah, so I think a lot of people feel that way. Jake M says, what did you think of The Watchmen? When I first saw The Watchmen, my immediate reaction was, okay, the graphic novel was better. I don't like the ending. I don't like how they adapted the ending into something very different from what we actually have in the actual comic itself. But I did like some of the parts. I thought some of the casting was pretty good. I thought the comedian, for example, was very, very well cast. But I will say that it has not aged very well. So I would say that I am not, just like with almost any Zack Snyder film, I am not a fan at this point. Because his style just does not age well. Hybrid says, Nice Guys is probably my favorite comedy. I don't blame you, dude. It is so good. It is such a good movie, guys. Pindrop says, but do you know what the... Jefe, what is it, brother? Why, guapo? Let's see. Mex, just like how Christopher Walken needed more cowbell, films today need more lightsabers. Lightsabers make everything better, just like how bacon makes cuisine better. I agree with that bacon comment, and yes, especially the video, I think it was the one that you sent me, Mex, where it's squirrels fighting and they've added lightsabers. It's fantastic. Shawhan, Paisley is watching you on my iPad. Odin, awesome. Hello, Paisley. How's it going? Woof, woof. Super says, we should do Sing Street eventually too. More people need to know about that movie. Currently my personal favorite film. I would agree. Sing Street is a very underrated film. Oh, it is so good. Yeah, Sing Street might be one of my options. Valkyrie, if you're keeping track of any of these movies, please let me know, because I would love to compile a list and then like pick my top 5 and then let people vote on it, because I think that could be fun. Tina says, no Looper. Hyperin, Odin, take this for fun. Let's say you were in Middle Earth. What would you like to be? I would be an elf warrior. By the way, sorry for the trolling. No problem, Hyperin, at all. I'd probably want to be an elf too. Obviously, you've got, you know, the extended life. You got the awesome battle skills. You got the awesome ears. I don't know. I think I'd rather be an elf. Ooh, or a wizard. An elf or a wizard. I would love to be Gandalf the Grey. I'm Gandalf the Grey. Mechanical Warfare, if Rian Johnson can get an award for writing, then the Hollywood bar is set really low. And if you've seen the South Park episode, James Cameron is the one that needs to dive down to the middle of the ocean and raise the bar. A Tico Piñata would be good. One Shade of Grey. Pro Comics, Coke or Pepsi? Coke. Easily Coke. Mexican Coke. But also, know this, I'm not a big soft drinks person, so I stick to my water, Powerade, milk, things like that, but I don't drink soft drinks, really. But if I had to choose, Coke. CWD, Land Before Time, Brave Little Toaster, Secret of Nim, Titan AE, and American Tail are all some examples. Oh, okay. Love the first, second, and third. I love the first 3 Land Before Times before it started going off the deep end. Like Chomper, I thought that was a good character. So I love the first 3 Land Before Times. Brave Little Toaster, oh my goodness. Such a heartwarming movie. And Secret of Nim is also a classic too. 50 Shades of Odin, good God. Super, there isn't a 50 Shades prequel, but I heard that there's a book dedicated exclusively to Christian Grey. Talked to somebody who read it. Pretty sure L. James is insane. Good God. Good God. Seriously? And we're going to get that film too, I bet you. Mechanical Warfare says, did you ever read a series of books by a Russian author named Metro 2033? There's a couple of games based on them, but the books are pretty damn good. No, I've not, because as I said, I'm not a very big reader. I will say this, guys. Oh, Mex. I have finished Book 1 and 2 of the Thrawn trilogy officially, and all I have to say is clones. Mind blown. So excited. I need to wait for my Audible month to kick in so I get my credits. That way I can get the third one. But I'm so excited. I cannot wait to dive into book 3 next. Richie Rich, if you do a Twitter poll, mention it in a video, please. I don't do Twitter except under special circumstances. All right, I will do the very best I can. You know what? In fact, Valkyrie, if you could just remind me when I do make the poll to link it, I'll link it to this video right here. So I'll put it in the comments of this video. So that way, anyone that wants to vote has the ability to do so. Adam Shawhan says, I sent you pics on Messenger. All right, cool. Sounds good. Hybrid says, have you seen Princess Bride? Oh, I love Princess Bride. There's a great book. Speaking of audiobooks, Carrie Ulas, I don't remember how to pronounce his name, but Carrie from Princess Bride, who plays the Man in Black. Oh my God. He wrote an amazing, essentially autobiography, but specifically about that film, specifically about Princess Bride and his experience on the film. The book is called As You Wish. It is beautiful. I recommend the audiobook because he narrates the entire book. He wrote it. You have all the characters, a lot of the characters, not all the actors could make it, but a lot of the actors come back and voice their own words from the page. It's really cool. There's a really great dedication to Andre the Giant. I mean, oh my God. As You Wish is probably one of my favorite, like, nonfiction books lately that I've read. I recommend it. And the audiobook version, definitely recommend the audiobook version. Super, is Kiss Kiss Bang Bang better or worse than The Nice Guys? Ooh, that's tough. I think I would rather watch The Nice Guys, but both are really good. I would not say one is worse than the other. They're both excellent films, and I feel like they're almost spiritual siblings or spiritual cousins in some way because there's a lot of similar themes to them, but man, I love them both equally. Blakemore says, let's watch Joe vs. the Volcano. Jedi K, I have to go enjoy this live stream, and I enjoy the conversation with everybody. Thanks all. Have a good night. Jedi K, thank you so much. Good luck with college if I don't see you before then, but have a good one. McKenna Warfare says, how about the movie Sing? I know, too mainstream for... Yeah, I never saw that one. Never saw it. Sing Street. Sing Street, Tina. Dr. Pepper. That wasn't the choice. That wasn't a choice. You can't choose something that wasn't the choice. McKenna Warfare says, you must love that blue milk, brother. Oh, you know it. You know I love that blue milk. Hyperin, you'd have testosterone badass with the hammer beating the Balrog. Yes. Don Hansen says, let's go old school, The Last Starfighter. Ooh. Hound 3000, try Waterloo to detox the horror of The Exorcist. I don't know. Mex, if you think your mind is blown about the clones in Dark Force Rising, wait until you learn more about them in The Last Command. I can't wait, dude. I cannot wait. Stephanie, thank you. I know. Thrawn trilogy, please, Disney. That would be an amazing series, but also don't do it until Kathleen Kennedy and Ryan Johnson are gone. Don't mess it up. Dalhessa says, I know Gandalf and you, sir, are no Ian McKellen. I mean Gandalf. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. Super says, since Sensei Mike is back. Oh, Sensei. Sensei, thank you so much for the Dallas Super Chat. What do you think about 2 parts of episode 9? Why don't they just let it go? All right. Very, very good question. Well, first off, Sensei Mike, thank you so much for the donation, man. I appreciate it so much. You're awesome. Sensei is back. Sensei is dropping those kicks like nothing. I'm just trying to find my place in this chat so that way I can go back to it after. But I want to give him enough time. So as far as episode 9, I think splitting the episodes, splitting 9 into 2 parts, will only be a good idea if it means they're going to spend the first part retconning most, if not all, of 8. Now, what's the chance of that happening? Not very likely. But if they're able to spend that time building up and trying to save the storyline as best they can, to me, that would be worth splitting it into 2, so that way episode 10 could be the film that a lot of people would rather see. I mentioned this in my video for Geeks and Gamers, that one thing that they could do, though, if they do it that way, is keep this in mind. When a bad movie comes out, in a sequence of films. Normally, the film right after it does very bad. Great example. When you look to Mission Impossible, that's the video that I did for Geeks and Gamers. When Mission Impossible 2 came out, it actually made like almost $800 million. However, Mission Impossible 2 was so bad that Mission Impossible 3, which was a good film, only made like half of that money. And so because of the division of The Last Jedi, I honestly think that if they split it up into 2, what they could end up doing is they could lose money on Episode 9, but also at the same time make a good story that retcons 8, that fixes the problems, fixes the issues, does something to try and bring the story back on track. Some people think it's too far gone. It very well might be, but I think there's a chance. There's a lot of different things they could play with in Episode 9. But then they could come back for Episode 10 and give us a really solid film. So that's my own take on it. Episode 9 would then take the financial loss, but then Episode 10, if 9 is good, if 9 does what it's supposed to do, could then set up a very, very good showing for Episode 10. That's my thought on it. But Sensei Dude, thank you so much for the super chat, man. I appreciate you, man. Glad to have you back. Let's see. Super says, since we're talking must-watch movies, did you know that originally they wanted Ewan McGregor for Patrick Bateman, but Christian Bale politely pressured his competitors to back off? Really? I did not know that. That's interesting. And he's a perfect Patrick Bateman. Thank you, Valkyries. Hyperin, Odin, cool. Odin, thanks for the recommendation. Odin, do you know about the lore of the Mandalorians? Boba and Jango Fett descended from them, right? Oh, I do not know that. Is there a book that goes deeper into the Mandalorians? Please let me know. Lethal Lightning's in the chat. What's up, Lethal? Pin drop. I'd be okay with Skywalker Saga continuing past episode 9.5. Sensei Mike, dude, I just got to your super chat again. Thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate it. McKenna Warfare says, Odin, I thought you would have gone dwarf for Middle Earth. They got fantastic beards. They do, but they're also short, and I am not short. Yeah, I love Carrie. Carrie is fantastic. Carrie is just fantastic. All the love for Sensei. Super. And want to know something kind of sad? Shane Black said he'd be willing to make movies like Nice Guys for the rest of his life, but the movie only broke even. Yeah, and that's what's really sad, because that was actually probably one of the best films of that year. Not just one of the best comedies, one of the best films of that year. And it's sad that films like that, like different genre, but Blade Runner 2049, well-made movies, excellent films, tend to either break even or maybe even lose a little bit of money. And yet garbage like 50 Shades or any other of those garbage tier movies make profit. It's just disgusting to me. Yeah, Sensei is back. Moneybags Mike. All right, Mr. Pete says don't split 9. Disney should just let Star Wars go. Just let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think that some people feel that way. I personally would like to see them retcon 8, because if they could just erase 8 from existence from the canon, that would be wonderful. Let it go. Let it go. Inflame Wood, Jedi Academy trilogy is great when you finish Thrawn trilogy. All right, good to know. Good to know. Rip 9, why am I so gay, says Ben Hassan. Jason Clark says, here comes Sensei Mike to make all of us look like cheapskates. Yeah, guys. How are you contributing? Sensei Mike has dropped over $500 on this channel. Where have you guys been, huh? Why aren't you putting... I'm kidding, guys. But seriously, Sensei, you're awesome, man. Super. I think making 9 into 2 parts is a really bad idea. Don't think people will have the patience to continue to break with, if it continues have the patience and continues to break with Star Wars tradition. I say make it approximately 3 hours and forget it. I mean, yeah, there's so many things that they could do. There really are so many things that they could do with it. But again, if the only time I would be okay with 2 movies specifically is if they'd retcon 8, which the chance of that is not very high, because 8 is just a giant waste of time. McKenna Warfare says, it's too far gone because Disney is not making its $4 billion back for its initial investment yet. Solo lost money, and what they made with Episode 8 does not make much profit. The toys failed. That's very true, Mechanical. It's very, very true. Hypern says, Last Jedi made more than 2049, right? Yep. That's just sad. Think about that for a second, guys. The Last Jedi made $1.3 billion. In fact, you want to hear something really sad? Solo made more money than Blade Runner 2049. That is the true tragedy right there. Let it go. Let it go. 39 watching, 38 likes. Thank y'all so much. CWD says, thanks to Disney's failure of Star Wars so far, we lost Toys R Us, probably Amazon or so also contributed. Yeah, I think it was more so Amazon. Mex, my presence in the stream is enough of a contribution. You're right, Mex. You're awesome, man. You just keep doing you, man. Pindrop, what's up, man? Pindrop, thank you for the $3.99 super chat. I got Mighty Specialized Edition today. Thank you, Pindrop. Thank you so much, man. Glad you got it. Let me know if it works, and I'm glad it got through to you. Mechanical Warfare says, Hasbro doesn't want to renew the license for Disney toys, and the Disney Destiny show they made for 6-year-old material and labeled for 13-year-olds. I could go on. Yep, it's a very good point. Brad says, Super Chat won't let me give Odin 50 pesos. 100,000 pesos to come to Santa Poco. That's what I need. I need 100,000 pesos. Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway. Oh my god, yes, Alexander, we need to do a Frozen sing-along. Yes, we're going to make it happen. Super says, the film industry is obsessed with poorly made reboots, huge franchises, and social trends, and I can't stand it. Stops original concepts for getting the praise they deserve. I agree. Absolutely. Tina, thank you for shouting out my Patreon page. Pindrop, thank you again for the super chat. Welcome to my madhouse. Hello there from Gotham. TV shows, split seasons all the time, so Star Wars is just following, I believe. Steph, I have an idea for the Patreon exclusive. I will talk to you and Tina later about it. Sounds good, Steph. Sounds good. CW says, just think of 8 as a big-lipped alligator moment. Perth Comics, do you think there's an optimum length for films? Don't usually like seeing films over 2 hours. It really just depends. Oh, my God, dude. Dude, Mike, why haven't you emailed me yet, man? I still need to hook you up. Please email me. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much again. Oh, my goodness gracious. Thank you for the super chat, man. Wow. All right, he says, do you think Disney will eventually ruin Marvel Studios? Second question, do you think Rian Johnson will have his trilogy? I don't think Rian Johnson will have his trilogy. I honestly think that it's not just The Last Jedi. It's also the way he's interacted with fans. I think he's created so much bad blood with the fans right now that Disney's not going to want to touch him, that Disney's not going to want him to be a part of their universe because they know that people are just not going to watch it. People are just not going to support it. So that's my thought on that. I don't think he has a trilogy anymore. And do I think Disney will eventually ruin Marvel Studios? It really depends. I think as long as Kevin Feige's in charge, he's done 20 films in 10 years and has not let us really down yet. I mean, yeah, there have been some weaker films, but overall, he's done a great job. And until I start to see a trend of films going downward, I'm not going to change my mind on that. So far, we've been great. The next movie to come out is Captain Marvel. That will be a huge test for sure. That will be a very, very huge test of what Feige is going to bring to the table and whether or not he's going to try and go along this SJW direction. I just don't think he's going to. I think that he knows just too much about what he's doing, and that's how I feel about that. But Sensei Man, dude, thank you so much. It really does mean a lot. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for the super chat, man. I really do appreciate your generosity. So thank you, man. Perth Comics says, do you think there's an optimum length for film? So I think if the film is good, there's no optimum length. I can watch a 3-hour classic if it's good, if it's well made. It flies by for me. I can watch a 2.5 hour, 2 hour, 45-minute film if it's well made. I can watch an hour and 30-minute film if it's well made. Because there are hour 30-minute films that feel like forever because they're terribly made, terribly paced films. So I think that a sweet spot is just around 2 hours. I think that's hour 45 to 2 hours is probably the sweet spot for a lot of films. I like Star Wars films being a little bit longer because it gets them more time to put in more space battles and develop more characters. I personally just like that. So that's where I stand on that. Yeah, Tina. I mean, Soilo getting more than Blade Runner to me is absolutely disgusting. Super says, Soilo making more than $24.9 hurts my heart. Mine too, man. Mine too. Papa, can you hear me? Super chat shaming says Blake Moore. I've never seen Frozen, and I ain't gonna. Why, Steph? What do you have against Frozen? It's not a bad movie. Is it overplayed? Yes, but it's not a bad movie. Sensei, dude, once again, thank you so much for that super chat. It really does mean a lot. Let's see. Now everyone's freaking out about Sensei. Hypern, maybe at Lucasfilm they heard about Villeneuve making Dune into 2 parts, so they want to try to replicate that in order to make a better, longer story. Just my theory. It's possible, but at the end of the day, Villeneuve is a brilliant filmmaker who's going to take some really dense source material and turn it into another modern masterpiece. Star Wars, on the other hand, is going to continue from the narrative left over by Episode 8, most likely, and if they try and bank 2 movies out of that storyline and that story arc, they're gonna lose money. It's not gonna be good for them. Yeah, Matt. I mean, like, I'm okay, like, because he broke me that one stream. Like, there was that one stream where I was honestly just broken. I could not handle it. I'm still not used to it, but I feel like he kind of like put me to that point. And so now I'm a little bit more thick-skinned with it, but I'm definitely still crazy. Alexander says Mike has donated $500 to SE Reviews before on his stream. Yeah, dude. Like, so the last time Sensei was on, he gave me $480. So right now he's donated to my channel around $580. Now, of course, YouTube takes like 30% of that, but still, out of his own money, he's donated $580 to this channel so far. So. Yeah, man, he gets the huge cookies. Super. In the case of Last Jedi, though, isn't it true that it made most of its money really early on before word got out about it? No, exactly. Like, I did the math on it. So, Last Jedi made, in the first 2 weeks, around 70% of its total box office take. So, that tells you a lot, because it tells you, yeah, a lot of people went that first weekend because they were still excited and hyped after The Force Awakens. Then the word of mouth started to get around, and people realized, oh, I don't know about that. That's why... Jeremy talks about this all the time. There was like a 70% drop between week 1 and week 2, and it's obvious why, because the word of mouth spread and it was not good. Laura, what's up, Laura? Personally, I dislike super long movies. Rather have 2 movies. Plus, they could have a super awesome cliffhanger with Ahsoka and Thrawn showing up at the end to save the day. Ooh, that could be fun. Yeah, I mean, I like both. I like short movies. I like long movies. Again, as long as it's well made, that's all I care about. That's all I care about. Glad to have you back, Laura. Alexander, absolutely no matter what, do not by any means at any point watch Solo if it comes on Netflix or anywhere else. Don't want to support that soy boy John Kasdan. Yeah, I saw it in theaters. I didn't pay for it. I actually bought my ticket to Deadpool 2 and snuck in to see Solo instead, just so that way I could talk about it. But I agree with you. I agree. Alexander says, do you have Netflix? Return of the King Extended Edition is on it. It's 4 hours. They have the extended editions on there? I did not know that. Yeah, I have seen all extended editions of Lord of the Rings, though. So that could be something that we could wait for like the summer to do. We could do like a Lord of the Rings marathon or something. Dude, that could be fun. That could be really fun. We'll pick a day during the summer when everyone has free time, and we can just do like a huge marathon of films. That could be a lot of fun. Maybe like an original trilogy. That could be fun. 7B says, Frozen looks fake. Am I right? It's just, it's a fun... Johnny 5, good night, Johnny 5. Glad to have you here even for a little while. It's a fine film. I mean, it's a fine animated film. Is it perfect? No. Is it annoying? Yes. But overall, I liked it. McKenna Warfare says, not saying too much, but I can see the future of this channel becoming movie blogs for senseis. I know, right? He's becoming my main contributor. He's the one that's going to fund me. Richie Rich says, Frozen wasn't a bad movie until you compare it to Lion King. Yeah, I agree. Super says, I think the MCU will always remain profitable, but I think we will see a drop in quality. There's only so much a team of screenwriters can do with weak source material. I agree, but I do think there's still enough stories to be told. Because keep in mind, the comics have been around for a very, very long time. There's a lot of stories and story arcs that they can use. So I think there's still enough material at this point. I keep laughing at that Tico. Dude, don't laugh at my Tico. Okay, Tico's awesome. All right, Tico is my bodyguard. CWD says, when it comes to watching long movies or marathons, did watch many years ago Planet of the Apes movies. Fell asleep after 3 and woke up. Had no idea which one was on Sci-Fi long ago. That's awesome. Jason Clark, Ruin Johnson is soy boy cancer. He ain't getting those trilogies. Nope, he is not getting those trilogies. That is a fact. Firewater FX, what's up? Mechanical Warfare says, bad Odin, your kids will send this and go, well, our teacher sneaks into movies. We can do that too. Fix that through philosophy. No. I pay the theater. So the theater was not screwed by my doing that. I paid for my ticket to go into that theater. However, I went into another movie instead. So the theater is perfectly fine. I've supported the theater. I just didn't support the movie. Laura, I think 2 hours is a good limit, except for the Lord of the Rings movies, because I never want those movies to end. I agree. That's why I think there are movies that can do it well. There are movies that can be long and work very well at the same time. It really depends. Is it a good movie? Perth, was there any perks to working at a cinema besides watching free movies? You got discounted food. Sometimes you even got free food, which was really nice. Free tickets was great. You know, being able to bring others to see free movies was also good. You had a limit to it, obviously, but yeah, I mean, there were a lot of really cool perks to working in a theater. Also, you got to see the behind-the-scenes stuff. Like, that was really cool. My favorite perk might actually be we got to see screenings of films. So we would get, like, the keys, because now everything's digital, so it's no longer you get the film reels, but you could get the keys, the digital keys, to unlock the digital copies of the films that we would get, because we would get the digital copies of the films, like, the week before, but we wouldn't get the keys, or the keys wouldn't unlock the film until a certain time period, like until like 7 p.m. the night before. And so when the keys would unlock at certain times, we would some managers would show the films on the big screen just for the employees. So those were fun. That was awesome. That was a lot of fun. Super. Paid for Solo, but went on discount day. The comfy seats, good AC, and Kessel Run was worth my $5. Super. Sounds about right. Lord of the Pork. Hybrid says, Ruin Johnson, do you want to build some garbage? Do you want to build some garbage? Last Jedi. Yes, Hybrid, yes. Porg Mission Fallout, says Hound 3000. And I'm caught up with the chat, guys. What is up? We got 45 people in here. How's everybody feeling? Yeah, Frozen, it was okay. I mean, was it the best animated film ever? No. But the music is catchy. I overall do like the music, and I think that it's fine. It's fine. Nothing too special, but it's fine. All right, since we do have a little bit of a break right now, I'm going to go ahead and shout out my patrons once again. So thank y'all so much for being a patron member. So I want to give a huge shout out to Adam Shawhan, Castellan Fry, Dave Bob, Enrique Evangelista, Inflamed Wood, Jeffrey Toon, Slide Jones, the DJ D Show, those two ball guys, and my Valkyrie, Tina B. Y'all are amazing. Thank y'all so much for being my patrons. Y'all are beautiful and fantastic. I did catch y'all, Steph. Super says, does your theater do reserved seating? How do you go in to see another movie? With my luck, somebody would buy a seat that I'm in and I have to leave. All right, yeah, so the big theater, the 20-screen megaplex that I live near, it's an AMC, it's a 20-screen. They only have 2 theaters that have reserved seating, a Dolby and IMAX. So for those films, I'll go see whatever movies are playing in there usually. All the other movies, though, are first come, first served. So that's why it was not very hard to sneak in. But yeah, it can definitely be, you definitely want to check that beforehand. So if you want to do that for episode 9, I recommend checking with your theater to make sure that they don't have reserved seating. Or go to a showing that's very empty, buy a ticket to another film, and then go into that film and then just sit in a very bad seat that you know no one's going to be sitting in. So it's an option. Hyprin, you can make a long film examples. Heat, Lord of the Rings, Godfather, but at least make it intriguing. By the way, shout out for the patrons. Absolutely, shout out to the patrons, Hyprin, for sure. And yes, absolutely. I mean, those are really great examples. Lord of the Rings, even the extended editions, 4 hours long, are amazing. They're beautiful. You don't want them then, even at 4 hours. The Godfather, so good. Heat's good. Heat's not one of my favorites, but it's definitely a film I respect. It's not a film that I would want to watch multiple times. Lord of the Rings is, Godfather is. So, yeah, I agree with you there for sure. Tina, thank you so much. Yes, so guys, Sensei Mike, if you want to donate again, I recommend going here instead. So Tina just posted a link to Streamlabs. So basically, that's a donation page for me, and it all goes through PayPal. It's very easy to set up. It's very easy to do. But the reason why I recommend it is because your message still pops up on the screen right here. Your name still pops up on the screen right here. But also, YouTube doesn't get a dime of the money. And we all know that YouTube has really not done a very good job at keeping notifications up, keeping people just subbed to a channel. And so I think that it would be a really cool thing to be able to, to give to give YouTube the finger essentially, and still also support the channel. So try going through the Streamlabs link. And again, PayPal only takes a very small amount. So for example, I had someone donate $10 once, and they only took like 47 cents. Obviously, the lower you donate, the less I get overall, just because of the the standard that they have for taking out money. But I still get a much larger percentage. For example, YouTube takes roughly 30+% of every super chat. So that $50 or that $100 quickly becomes $70, which is still obviously very, very generous. But as you can see, YouTube gets a lot of that money. So that's why I always recommend it, and I always shout it out, because it is an alternative. It works just the same in a lot of ways. And yeah, so thank you all so much for your generosity in advance. All right, back to the chat. Yeah, Adam Shawhan, thank you so much for being a patron, man. Laura, how did I not know you worked at a movie theater? My pet peeve lately is that theater employees lately aren't big movie fans. When I ask about current movies, they haven't seen them. Yeah, I noticed that trend too, Laura. So I worked at a movie theater. So I've been a teacher now for 4 years, and I was working at the movie theater the summer before my first year. So it's been roughly a little over 4 years, actually, since I stopped working at my movie theater. I worked at my movie theater for almost 3 years. I was able to be a supervisor, actually, at that theater. And I noticed that trend, too, that as new employees came in, so many of them would never use the free movies. And on top of that, they'd have no idea what movies were coming out. So one of my favorite jobs, actually, other than when we had crazy people, of course, was guest services. Because people would come in and say, hey, what's out right now? Tell me about this movie. When is this movie coming out? Tell me about this. And it was fun because I was able to actually engage with them. Same thing with being ticket taker. There'd be people who say, hey, is this movie any good? There were times when there were really bad movies that I was actually able to talk to people out of seeing the movie, saying, you don't want to waste your time on this. You can go right over to guest services. They'll change out your tickets, and I'd recommend going to see this instead. And it's so funny because on several occasions, they'd come back to me after the movie. So they'd take their time to actually come back and talk to me, and they would say, thank you so much for that recommendation. That was a great movie. So, yeah, I agree, though. The people working at theaters today don't really have a very large knowledge of film. That's why I loved it so much. Perth, Lord of the Rings, ROTK, went on for 10 minutes too long. The ending dragged through. I know it was book faithful. Should have melted ring. Yeah, Perth, I mean, I think it's a bigger issue with how it was filmed. Not the actual endings itself, but the fact that they filmed it, did the white screen like 4 or 5 times, and made it seem like it was the end. I don't think the transitions were very good. Super lucky. All my theaters have reserved seating in every single room. I like that too. I do like reserved seating. My other theater that's close to me is a 12 screen, and they also have IMAX and Dolby, and I like that. They also have the reclining seats, which are very comfortable. Nicholas Savadera, what is up, Nicholas? Welcome back to the chat. Pin drop. People watch 10 hours a season of a good show. Fatigue isn't really a thing for good movies. Yeah, exactly, Pin drop. Yeah, I remember when they were coming out saying, oh yeah, Solo isn't doing well because of Star Wars fatigue. All right, yeah. How do you explain 20 Marvel films in 10 years, the newest one making over $2 billion? Yeah, that's fatigue for you. And then even more so, talk about any TV show that has like almost an hour, has almost a movie length runtime of like an hour plus, and can still come back for multiple seasons and still get so many people watching it. Yeah, absolutely true. Hyprin, do you remember the ending of Heat? Honestly, love it because it shows both men who could have been friends in a different reality. Al Pacino holding De Niro's hand gets me every time. Yeah, I mean, it's been a while since I've seen it, but I mean, it is a good movie. It is definitely a good movie. I have Kasaki, yes. I have Ryan Johnson fatigue. I hear that. Jason Clark says, my friend's family owned a movie theater about 15 years ago, and they gave me ton of movie posters and movie stands. Got a blade cut out in my attic window. Yeah, so funny story. I worked at the theater obviously for several years. I've got a box full of movie posters right next to me. Ooh, that might be a good gift giveaway. I've got a box full of movie posters right here. I got movie posters underneath my futon. Just for an example, I've got. This is the Wolf of Wall Street poster. I wanted to turn my room into like a huge movie shrine, but I just don't know the best place or the best way to put these posters into frames. So I'm trying to figure that out still. It's taking me a very long time. But oh my god, guys, I've just got so many damn posters. I might start giving these away actually, because I've got some really good films. I got some more obscure films too, but I also have some pretty good ones. So let me know if that's something that you might be interested in. Let's see. Also, guys, we've been going for an hour and 45 minutes, and my stream has not had any dropped frames. So let's go ahead and give a round of applause that this chat has not died on me yet. Streamlabs has been working flawlessly. It's been beautiful. So yes. Mechanical Warfare. If I worked at my local movie theater as a manager, I'd have to be locked up for murder. I have never seen so much incompetence in one place. They change their system every 3 months because, oh my goodness, yeah. Ooh, that sounds frustrating. Mr. Pete, not being enthusiastic working at a theater is like a vegetarian working at a Burger King. It's true. It's so true. Like, for me, I was like, we get to see free movies. We're working at the theater. I loved it. I thought it was, I mean, were there days that drove me insane? Abso-damn-lutely. Abso-damn-lutely. Edward Coleman, best, worst movie you have ever seen? The Room. Hands down, The Room. It is the best. That's not even an opinion. It is literally the best, worst movie of all time. And that's one that I'm going to have to put, Valkyrie, write that down as one of my options. The Room. That would be a hilarious film to watch together. Jason Clark says, so meant to say tons of movie posters and cardboard stand-up store cardboard. Yeah, standees is what we call them. So I know what you're talking about, man. I get you. Yeah, as a supervisor, I was in charge of marketing. So I had to set up the standees. I had to set up the posters. That's actually how I got a lot of my posters, was from the fact that I ran marketing at our theater. So yeah, I totally understand you. Super says, Peter Jackson wanted to troll the audience with the ending the same way Tolkien did. All right, cool. Mechanical Warfare says, we do suffer from Lucasfilm fatigue. Read their Twitter for 5 minutes and you want to kill either someone or give up on hope humanity. Eric, dude, I just saw the movie title. Mission Impossible, he says, Fallout was fantastic. I hope you folks have a fun night. Thanks, Eric. Dude, it is. If you've not seen it yet, go check it out. Even if you've never seen the other films, I'd recommend that you do. But, oh my goodness, it is such a good film. CWD, fatigue might hit MCU soon with recent staffing moves and possible Captain Marvel movie. Could end up like Star Wars sooner than expected. Could, but I'll wait. I'll believe it when I see it. Perth Comics, yes, movie poster giveaway is a good idea. All right, all right. Tina loves movie posters. Sounds good. That is good, says Steph. Awesome. Hypern, the fact that they made Lord of the Rings filmable is an accomplishment itself. Back in the days, I remember people saying, you can't do Lord of the Rings. It's too dense and unfilmable. Yeah, I mean, he did a great job. That's why I was so disappointed with The Hobbit, because The Hobbit could have been just so much better. But yeah, I agree. I think those films were groundbreaking in so many ways, but a lot of the reason why is because they used a lot of practical effects. The reason why The Hobbit, to me, suffered a lot is because they over-relied on CGI story arcs and set pieces, and it just did not work. No drops. Yes, thank you. Thank you for the applause. Hybrid says, yes, Odin, movie posters would be a great idea. Perfect. I've got plenty to give away. And Flamewood, you're funny. Yeah, Margot Robbie was awesome in Wolf of Wall Street, for sure. Mechanical Warfare, coming from someone with crap memory for names, which post-nuclear films would you suggest? What do you mean by post-nuclear films? Explain that to me. CWD says, yay, no lag, and KK not attacking your modem. Exactly. Also, not having my dogs attack my modem has also been a huge blessing as well. Donald, why you jinx the stream, never jinx the stream. Well, we're still going strong, man. We're still going strong. Adam Shawhan says, yes. Soilo Ren, nice shirt, Odin, long live the Phantom Menace. Damn right, guys. Phantom Menace. Guys, if you want this shirt, go over to Crypto Fashion, go to the Ethan Van Sciver store, and buy this shirt. It's comfortable, it's beautiful, it's fantastic. Oh, hi, Mark. Yes. Perth Comic says, did anyone ever steal a standee? Not usually, actually. They were so big, it was very hard to steal. We did have a couple times where they would take a piece of a standee off, like maybe like an actor's head, for example. That was like a little easier to do, but normally that wasn't the case, so we never really had any major problems with that. Blake Moore, if you had any Moomin Troll posters, I will have to up my game and try to earn one, although I doubt there's any Moomin stuff yet in the US. No, I have no idea what that is, so I don't have that. Hypern, if we were to watch The Room, let us bring spoons for Cult Love. Damn right, you'll have to bring your spoons if that movie is chosen. Yes, movie poster, says Adam Shawhan. Perfect. I'm sure my wife will love that. Mr. Peabody says, best first movie I've ever seen was Miss March unrated edition. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Super, have you ever seen Russell Crowe's Noah or the movie Nine Lives? They are both spectacular abominations. I have seen Noah, and you're right. Oh, my God, it was so bad. And as a theology teacher especially, it was cringeworthy. Mechanical Warfare says, film based on the premise of World War III happening or a nuclear war like The Postman. The Road is one, a good book. Also a very, it's slow, so it's not going to be for everybody, but I actually really did like that post-apocalyptic feel to it. So I think you mean post-apocalyptic films. So that would probably be one that I could think of off the top of my head. Hyperin, after getting your Tico, you should get a swole shirtless Ren toy. Good God. Well, if you want to send me one, man, I'll put it up somewhere. I'll put it right next to Rose Tico. Because remember, we're starting it right here, guys. It's not going to be Raylo. It is going to be Ray Tico. Tico Ray. Tico Ray. No, Roselo. Sorry, Roselo. My bad. I messed up our own name. It's going to be Roselo. So we could have Rose right here, and we could have Swoilo Ren right here, and it'd be fantastic. Adam Sean says, I didn't feel The Hobbit needed to be 3 movies. I didn't either. No, I mean, it's such a small book that it's just oh my God. Oh, Sensei Mike, thank you so much, man. Thank you for the $100 donation. That really does mean a lot, and thank you for going through Streamlabs. It really does. It does make a huge difference, man. So thank you so much. And Sensei says, when you start having guests on, I think we can have a nice discussion about pop culture. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Email address odinsmovieblog@gmail.com. So email me, dude, and we will get that set up, and also I will get you hooked up with some swag for sure, man. So thank you so much for that, man. That really does mean a lot. And actually, you know what? 1 second, let me double check something. All right, I'm just making sure. Thank you so much, Sensei. Sorry, I had to check something really quick. Thank you, man. That just really does mean a lot. You're the man. And again, please email me, and definitely would love to have you on to talk about some pop culture stuff for sure. And also want to send you some stuff to say thank you. So Sensei, you're awesome, man. Thank you so much. Let's see. Hyperin. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Perth Comics says, I'd steal Tico's head. Oh, that's just creepy. Edward Coleman, did I screw up by watching The Disaster Artist first before seeing The Room? No, I think that will help you appreciate The Room even more so. I think that combination's good. Book of Eli. I like Book of Eli. Book of Eli is very good. Mechanical Warfare says, I'm going to send you soy, and you can make it. And you can say it's a Ray action figure. Adam Schlein says, have one of the old Outside movie poster holders. Ooh, nice. That's a good find. CWD says, saw not long ago on Sci-Fi Deep Blue Sea 2, thinking it was just going to be stupid fun watch, but was among the most boring shark movies I have seen in years. That sounds about right. Steph does not like Tico. Super says, might be a stupid question, but how do you steal a piece of a standee? Not really sure. It's not. Well, the reason why is because some standees have like the little stickouts where it's like the actor's head, and so you could literally rip off a hand, you could rip off a head, things like that, and that's usually how that ends up going. Yeah, dude, Sensei is just like amazing. So damn cool. So damn cool. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Sorry guys, I'm just I'm still kind of processing right now. So, hold on, let me just check something really quick. Also, my dogs are not happy. They're barking in their kennels. I don't know where my wife is. She's supposed to be pretty quick. Sensei, dude. Thanks, man. All right, let's see. Mech says, actually, it makes sense for you to have a Kylo Ren action figure as your next mascot. You can put burn marks on his chest for Chewbacca shooting him with the bowcaster. Yes. Angel Butler, oh, and the Extras last night was awesome. Got to do another movie night. Yeah, dude, we have definitely. So, Angel, the plan at this point is Sensei's like, I'm not Cecil. So the plan at this point is I'm going to put on Twitter probably tonight, because I'm only going to be on for maybe another 30 minutes tops. I'm going to get a collection of movie recommendations from my Valkyrie. I'm going to put up a poll on Twitter. I'm going to post that link to the poll in the comments for this video. If it doesn't work there, I'm going to put it in the description. So look in the description for this video after the stream. Also the comments if you want to vote in that poll. And then I'm going to set it for the week. And then whatever has the most votes by the end of the week is going to be the movie that we stream next weekend. For sure. Let's see. Hyperin, that makes me want to ask you, Odin, was your head burnt out more by the images of shirtless Ren or the face of the Extras demon? By the way, Sensei is the man. Sensei is the man, guys. Like, Sensei is a boss. And oh my goodness gracious. But yeah, dude, shirtless Ren, I would say the image more so than shirtless Ren. Because I actually like Adam Driver. Adam Driver's fine. Kylo Ren, not so much. Donald. TM Blakemore, what? Tico stole my man. Ben Swallow is mine. Hands off, Tico. McKenna Warfare says, one of these days you will have a Sensei Mike action figure. Dude, if someone can make one of those, absolutely. You making bank, says Geek Course. Yeah. I'm being officially funded by Mike Sensei. Sensei Mike at this point. Perth Comic says, what was the bonus Mr. Peabody sent with the Aussie Tico? Oh, yeah. So I got an awesome cookbook. So me and my wife actually made Wookiee cookies the other day. So we got a cookbook, and it also came with some cookie cutters. But the other really cool item is this bad boy. So this is actually a 1977 original Chewbacca toy. Chewbacca action figure, sorry. So 1977 original Chewbacca. That was the extra, and it's awesome. It's one of my prized possessions now. It's living on my Blu-ray shelf, so he's awesome. So he's watching Rose Tika right now. He's making sure that she doesn't misbehave. Cecil is everywhere. That's right. Witness, Cecil is Bagel Goose. Cecil is Bagel Goose. Tina, so far we have Sing Street, The Room. Any others we need to include in the poll? I think some people want to see Leon the Professional in there, so I think we should have that. Oh, Three Amigos. Three Amigos, Tina. I think that one should be on the poll as well. Edward Coleman, what is a Twitter? Is that on the interwebs? Hyphen, Gollum and Kevin Wendell Crumb would be the best split personality team. Perth Comic says, ooh, 70s Chewbacca, nice. Yeah, I'm going to put this, I'm going to put my thing down for a second. And also, what's really cool, because obviously you know that, especially on older action figures, they would actually have like a copyright date on it. And let me see if I can get it into focus. I was able to get it into focus last time we did a stream. Here you see a little Wookiee butt. Let me see if I can get into focus. It's not working. It's not working. Focus. 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 Come on. All right, it's it's not focusing, but on there it says Hong Kong 1977. So this is a legit 1977 Chewbacca action figure, and I love it. It's one of my prized possessions now. Let's see. Yeah. Ooh, 70s Chewbacca. Mechanical Warfare says, Sensei is waiting until you are again calm, and then he will slap you with super chats again. Probably, dude. That's what Sensei does. He waits for me to, like, be in a calm space and then destroys me. 3 Amigos in the others out. No, 3 Amigos is definitely going to be in the vote for sure. I'm so jelly for that Chewie. Oh, I love it. It's so damn cool, man. Where is Mr. Dude, I feel bad Mr. Peabody hasn't been in the chat tonight. Per Comic says, Chewie butt shot. Yeah, 3 Amigos for sure. TM Blakemore says, have a vote for musical movie night. Newsies needs to be on the list. Yeah, maybe next time. I think what we should do is I think, you know what? We'll do one this weekend, and then the next one we can do a musical theme. So we can put Newsies up there. We can put Hunchback. We can put, like, some really good like classic musicals up there. That could be fun too. Mex, let me guess, Chewie, you've had a speech impediment all these years. Laura, why the Chewie butt? I was trying to show, because on his leg, not his butt, but on his leg, it has like the copyright 1977. I was able to show it on previous streams, but it wasn't focusing for some reason. So that's the only reason why. Jason Clark says, gotta go. Company stopping by later, dudes and dudettes. Oops, not PC. I mean, ladies and gentlemen. That's not PC either, man. What if people in the chat don't identify as either a lady or a gentleman, huh? Huh? Yeah, you didn't think about that. Have a good one, man. Hope you have fun. Richie Rich. Odin doesn't watch enough makeup channels. He doesn't know the focusing power of the palm. Newsies is great, Geek Chorus. I love Newsies. Newsies is fantastic. My little buttercup has the sweetest smile. Absolutely right, Laura. I hope that one wins, to be honest, because I have not seen that movie in such a long time, and I love it. Brad Noble, so much gender assuming. Laura identifies as Tico. Yes. Yes, Laura. And Tico loves you for it. Yes, Tico loves you for it. She does not know how to hold this gun. It does not. There it is. There it is, clipped in there now.
Oh, hello. My name is Ozzy Rastika. Very nice to meet you. Do you want another shrimp on the barbie? Pith Comics, thank you very much for the chat. Oh, I don't care what you call me, just call me. Oh, sounds good. Perth Comics, sounds very good. Mechanical Warfare, thank you. Dumbo cartoon or upcoming live action cartoon for sure. I think that the live action looks very bad personally. So thank you for that. Let me see. I identify as a meat popsicle, says Donald Hudson. Oh, that's very interesting. I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know how to feel about that at all. Geek Core is still better than Last Jedi. Well, thank you. I appreciate that very much. G'day, mate. Sounds great. Harper, Odin, who, in your opinion, is the least annoying character for this current Star Wars? Unfortunately, none are a pass for me. I'd have to say Rose Tika, me, my twin sister, the non-Aussie version. I think that she is the greatest character in Star Wars history, because she saves Finn, because it's all about saving the things that we love, instead of fighting the things that we hate. I don't know if you knew that, if you knew that was how we live these things. But thank you very much. I appreciate that very much so. All right. Let's see. Yes, here I am again. Adam Shawhan. Adam Shawhan says, because why not Chewy Butt? Exactly. Laura says, my pronouns are dumpy and frumpy. That sounds delicious. That sounds great. That's too close, Rose. I will do my best not to. Mechanical Warfare, please stop, Tika. My hearts, they bleed. Sorry, Steph, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be on every single stream. It's going to be a very fun time. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to have a very fun time here, for sure. Mex, Australian Rose Tika, sounds like Gertrude Greenfield watch. I'll have to check that out later, Mex. But thank you for the recommendation. CWD, thank you. Australian Rose Tico to be the next Doctor. Yes, for sure. I think that everyone would love to see Australian Rose Tico. Super. No, we got some time before it comes back. What if we keep watching these watch-alongs? We need to watch Oh, yes. Watching Game of Thrones together. Freya, I think, would join Odin on that for sure. That would be a lot of fun. That would be great, for sure. Am Shawhan, the dogs just watched Spaceballs today. That sounds very good. Very, very good. Laura, thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, this is Aussie Rose Tico. Good day, mate. Very nice to have you here as always. Super says, that's that voice sounds like it hurts your throat. It doesn't. It's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. But I'm gonna go ahead and give it back to Odin. And I'm gonna keep on protecting him. Thank you very much, boy.
I hope you appreciated that. Did not actually hurt my voice as much as you thought it would. More cowbell. Hybrid, Morden Joe, your accent is mediocre. Tina, I think we're losing subscribers. No, we actually stayed just around the same amount. So, McKenna Warfare says, I don't know if you played Code Tour and know about HK47. Wait a minute. That's the old one. That's the old one, guys. All right. Sensei did not donate again. That, I don't know why it did that again, but don't worry. He has not donated again. he has not donated again. Let's see. I have not played Knights of the Old Republic, but Mex has sent me a compilation of HK47 one-liners, and they are fantastic. So I agree with you there. We're bleeding subscribers. It seemed like most people loved it, so I'm gonna stick to it. No, dude, Geek Horse, he didn't donate again. He's already donated a lot today, so thank you, Sensei. But when you click on it in this little box that I have here, it pops up again. So he did not donate another one. Let's see. Hyper says, next to Christian Bale's throat cancer Batman. I'm Batman. Oh, we're gonna get you, and I'm gonna save Gotham City. I'm not feeling well, says Stephanie B. Australian Rose Tico patriotic stream. Oh, what's a good line from those movies that I could say? Oh, my favorite part of Christian Bale's Dark Knight has to be in Batman Begins when he does the "Where were the other drugs going? Swear to me." I don't know why. It just makes me smile. Also, the wife just got home, so luckily she did not have to hear my Aussie Rose Tico. Brad Noble, was that Odin's Kathleen Kennedy impression? Super random but can't remember. Do you watch Westworld? Yes, I do. And do you watch any other shows on cable? I love Westworld. Me and my wife watch it together. It's a very, very brilliant show. Season 2 was a little bit too heady at times, but I feel like it ended very well. So we do love Westworld a lot. And as far as other ones on cable, the only other shows that I watch currently is I watch Arrow, I watch The Flash. I just stopped watching Supergirl because of all the stupid nonsense that they've been putting through it lately. But those are the main ones that I watch. Also, I watched The 100. I don't know why, but I got into The 100. I've fallen behind this season, but I do like The 100. Adam Shawhan says, Rose Tico Patreon stream. Ooh, that could be something. Yeah, you get a Rose Tico voice the entire time. Perth Comic says, you'll need to chain smoke more to perfect that Batman voice. Hypern says, where is the trigger? Where are they? Why did they say the name? I swear Batman makes the best questions. Blakemore says, it's so weird that your Tico has an Aussie and my Tico has a Donald Duck voice. It must be the Disney Diversity Clause. McKenna Warfare says, if that's Christian Bale Batman, he sounds a bit more taken than anything. Geek Chorus, man, have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. Laura, love the Aussie Tico. Well, thank you, Laura. I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. McKenna Warfare says, I'm still more profitable than Soilo thanks to Sensei Mike. It's true. It's true at this point. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, Sensei Mike. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, man. Streamlabs would not let me send the super chat. Have a good night, all. Odin, keep up the good work. I will be in touch soon. Sounds good, Sensei. Yeah, definitely email me. I want to hook you up for sure. And it would be awesome to be able to get you on a stream for sure, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my god, dude. Oh, thank you, man. Perth Comics, end of Westworld Season 2 ended up in the same place at the end of Season 1. That's a good point. It's a very, very good point. Sorry, I'm trying to recover. Sensei, once again, dude, thank you so much for that super chat. Perth, sounds like a Nixon Batman. Super. Okay, cool. Been debating checking it out. Also heard American Gods was good, but haven't watched it yet. I have not watched American Gods, but Westworld for sure. Season 1 is really, really, really good for sure. Mechanical, you definitely called it for sure. Yeah, Adam Shawhan. Lord. Oh, Lord. I've heard good things about Altered Carbon. Altered Carbon. Brad Noble, Mike just bought your soul, pretty much. Pretty much. Per comment says, when Odin goes silent, Mike has struck you. Pretty much. You can always tell. Even if you're not watching everything, you can always tell. Mike really is the man, guys. He really is. Lewis, what happened to you? Sensei Mike has tonight alone. He dropped. Let me see if I can get back to it. He dropped $50 super chat. He dropped two $50 super chats. He gave me a $100 donation on Streamlabs, and then he just dropped another $100 super chat before leaving. So, over $300 he donated tonight, man. God, which means like at this point he's almost given me like $800 over the past month, which is just amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, man. Hybrid, favorite cliffhanger in recent time. Mine is torn between Voldemort getting the wand at the end of Deathly Hallows Part 1 or Thanos snap the Infinity War. Yeah, the snap in the Infinity War is definitely up there for sure. Is definitely one of those moments. I can't think of any off the top of my head, man. I'm so sorry. My mind's still kind of a wreck from today and from Sensei. So I'm gonna have to get back to you. But no, Thanos for sure is up there. Laura, thank you so much for the 99-cent super chat. I appreciate it. Mechanical Warfare says, why Odin? I did not know you were a British bastard. My goodness, sir. Did you travel the channel? Oh, what does it say? Here's a super for some gum. Thanks, Laura. I appreciate that. Brad Noble says Odin's gonna need a new hat after that rubbing. Sorry, it's like a nervous tick I have. Oh yeah, seriously, Seth, I am absolutely blessed. Y'all are just amazing. Y'all are so amazing. All right, guys, we're gonna go for about 15 more minutes before we wrap things up for today. Yeah, Sensei Mike gets all the cookies at this point. God bless you, sir. Perth Comics says American Gods is amazing. Episode feels like a movie. All right, so it sounds like I might have to check that show out for sure. Mex, Sensei Mike drops super chats faster than the Millennium Flamingo drops Mary Ray Sue deuces in front of the supremacy. Mex, that's a cookie for you, man. That's a digital cookie for you. That's great. Edward Coleman says, let Sensei Mike know my soul is for sale. Shawhan, American Gods is pretty good in my opinion. I think you like it. All right. So it sounds like I might need to check that out. Sounds good. I'm caught up with the chat. Brad is like a professional level troll. Brad is really like an amazing, like if I could donate Brad money for his trolling, I would. But I don't have that ability, so Sorry, I'm just going to play around with something really quick. Okay, gotcha. Well, that's good. That makes me happy. All right, let's see what we got. Hyperin, I just realized the troll has not aged well in Harry Potter 1. No, the effects in Harry Potter have not aged well at all, which is very interesting. But no, I think the movies themselves, the first two, in my opinion, aged well because they still have that childlike charm to them. Like, there really are kids movies, and they're very, very well done kids movies. So overall, I still like the first two. The other ones, I like 3 the best, I would say. And then it's like 2 other movies, like obviously you have The Goblet of Fire, but like part of it is just like, eh. And then you have like a couple movies that just happen, like Half-Blood Prince and Order of the Phoenix for me. I'm just like, what happened in those movies again? So the first two to me hold up the best. Mechanical Warfare says, yeah, I did catch up, Tina. With all these Sensei money, you can now have your Valks can get Wookiee cookies. Yeah, so yeah, I took care of my Valks. Don't worry about them. I took care of them recently. True, good point. Odin says, Hyperin, thank you, man. Laura says, owed 99 cents for a digital cookie. I'd buy that for $1. Laura, yeah, you get a digital cookie for that. So that's going to help you in the running for the monthly giveaway, which because of Sensei Mike's generosity, I'm going to be able to do a lot more things with for sure. Sensei Mike is just amazing, guys. For serious. For serious. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Guys, they're already promoting stuff where I am for Halloween. Like the Spirit Halloween shops are opening up. How about you guys? Like, do y'all have people setting up for Halloween already? And it's so funny because now it's like Halloween is being promoted and then Christmas is right after. CWD says, Ray, the Supremacy Finn, the Supremacy Rose, the Supremacy Poe. It's only a model. Shh. Hyperin, yeah, some felt like filler. Goblet of Fire felt good for standalone. Very first 2 were cute. Prisoner Azkaban, great entry to set the mood. And Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2, epic events. I would agree. Mechanical Warfare says, you should give Brad a cookie for his trolling because he still can't win. Nope. Not going to happen. Laura, I heard on Rebel Force Radio today that Carrie Fisher's brother begged Lucasfilm to use leftover Princess Leia footage for Episode 9, but they said no. Yeah, that's interesting. From what I hear, though, it sounds like they are using it. Again, that was the word that came out from J.J. Abrams, so it sounds like they're going to do it, but that is interesting that he begged at first, and they said no, but then eventually they ended up going with it anyway. Tina says, Uncle Ethan headline just now. Kathleen Kennedy sold Star Wars rights to TBS for $275 million. Wasted the money on Soilo. That is awesome. Oh my God, that's hilarious. That is like Stephanie B's going as Domino. Nice, Stephanie B. That's awesome. Mex, the coconuts are tropical. It's a temperate zone. Oh man, Monty Python. Tina, add that to the list too. Add that to the potential list of movies. Monty Python for the Holy Grail. Perfect. CW, go to Little Caesars. Super. I went into Michael's on like the first day of this month, and it's already full of pumpkin scarecrows and a bunch of other stuff. Yeah, dude. Like they get ready for every single holiday so far in advance. Christmas is the one that's become ridiculous because they start promoting for that before Thanksgiving's even over, and that's even overkill for me. Perth Comics says, Aussies don't really celebrate Halloween. You won't see any Halloween stuff in shops till October. Interesting, Perth. I did not know that. That's a fun fact. Laura says, Lucasfilm, Kathleen Kennedy said no, but JJ said yes. All right, yeah, that makes sense. And also, to me, that tells us a lot about who's in power over at Lucasfilm right now. It definitely seems like Kathleen Kennedy has lost a lot of her power, and that is definitely a good thing. So, Shawhan, Meaning of Life, that could definitely be up there too. Hyperin, what I love about Night Before Christmas is how they meshed both Halloween and Christmas celebrations. It feels, oh my goodness, yeah, you're right. Halloween and Christmas together just work for some reason. It's great. Super says, hate seeing fall stuff because it reminds me of school and I'm so done with school. I hear you, man. McKenna Warfare says, only 2 places on Aruba really celebrate Halloween, and some people have kick-ass costumes. Very nice. Super says, glad school went well for you, though. Yeah, thanks, Super. Yeah, I mean, it was just the first day, so we'll see what happens, but it seems like I got a pretty good group of guys who are ready to learn, ready to listen, and as long as I have that, I'm good. I'm solid. If I can just get through the days without having to yell, and without, I mean, I even told my guys this. I said, guys, I don't like sending people out. I don't like giving punish work because that makes me have more work to do. But if you give me a reason to do it, I'm gonna do it. So hopefully they get the message. Cheyenne says the mouse has all the power. Yes, indeed. Jordan Cherry, what's up? Sup, Odin? How was yesterday? Do you like rock? If so, what is your favorite band? One of your favorite movie of all time? And one more. What is your favorite movie of all time? What's up, Jordan Cherry? Yesterday was pretty great. So I saw The Exorcist for the first time. It was scary as hell. But it was really good too. It was a well-made film, so overall I definitely liked it. I gave it an A- at the very end, so it was definitely a really good film. I do like rock. One of my all-time favorite rock bands, one of my all-time favorite bands of all time is Jethro Tull, hands down. And favorite movie of all time usually goes between 3 films: 12 Angry Men with Lee J. Cobb, who is also in The Exorcist. I just found that out last night. So 12 Angry Men's great. It's a Wonderful Life, and also Casablanca. Those are the films that kind of go back and forth on my list. And we're going to start wrapping things up in about 8 minutes. Camelot. And second thought, let's not go to Camelot. 'Tis a silly place. CWD, yes. Now those who call me Tim. I love it. Adam Shawhan says, unlimited power. Don says, thou shalt count only to 3. Thou shalt not count to 4. No, what is it? Thou shalt not count to 2 unless proceeding to 3. 4 is the number thou shalt not count, and the number that thou shalt count is 3. 5 is right out. After counting to 3, the number upon which thou shalt count. It's so good. Of course, the holy hand grenade of Antioch. Edward Coleman, here's a $100 IOU super chat, just waiting for the cash my soul. Well, thanks, Edward. I appreciate that nonetheless, so thank you, sir. And Flamewood says, it's a simple matter of weight ratios. A 5-ounce bird cannot carry a 1-pound coconut. It could be carried by an African swallow. An African swallow may be, but not a European swallow. That's my point. Oh, you can hear my puppies outside. Super. I know this list is getting pretty packed already, but Mask of the Phantasm, Under the Red Hood need to be optioned for us to watch together. Some of the best Batman films ever. Those would be, I think we should do genres. So for this one, I think that we're more geared towards comedies, it seems, at least with The Room and with Three Amigos, etc. So I'll definitely keep that in mind, but I think that themes will be good. We're going to do an animated list vote as well. So I might add that to the list. I think that we're going to do like a musical list, which could be animated or live action, and then after that the next week we could do a animated film, and that could be things like the DC Comics movies, things like that. So yeah, for sure, I think that would be a really good idea for sure. Laura, I went to Disney Halloween last year. Every time I hear that "This is Halloween" song, I cringe. Not a lot of Halloween songs, so they played it a billion times. So it's kind of like it's a wonder. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. So it's kind of like you hear that over. Could you imagine if you were a worker at Disney World and you had to listen to that song on repeat over and over again? I think I'd go insane. But no, I can understand. This is Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. That's hilarious, though. Let's see. Mikhail Warfare says, did you watch the Three Stooges when you were little? Oh, my dad raised me on Stooges. My dad has like the entire collection. I love the Three Stooges so much. If you do find them still funny in today's society, I love them. I still love them. No, even though they're slapstick as hell, I still think they are hilarious because These guys committed to their characters, and they're really funny. They're really funny characters. The new movies, not so much. Richard Rich, the only good things about Halloween are the candy and the upcoming sequel for the first film. I wish Star Wars could erase canon so easily. I wish, man. Mex says, I'm in agreement with Super about Batman Mask of the Phantasm. I discovered that I still have the VHS copy and it's in good condition. Nice. Definitely going to be an option. Perth Comics, oh, it's just a flesh wound. You liar. Come on, you pansy. Puppies, River, and Willow. Yes, indeed, that was them. Let's see. Dion, what's up, Dion? Hello, Odin. Sorry I missed most of the show. Had to have me and wife time. Absolutely understand that. Playing WoW together. New X-Pack time. Watch the start once you log out. Okay, cool. Nice. Small World on repeat equates to torture, says Mechanical Warfare. I would agree. Donald Hudson. What else floats in water? Oh, very, very small rocks. A duck. Exactly. So, logically, if she weighs the same as a duck, then she's made of wood. And therefore, a witch. A witch. We shall use my largest scales. CWD says, ever seen the whole Who's on First skit? Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Yes, so good. Don Hudson says, Mbop is cruel and unusual punishment if played on repeat. I love Mbop. You be awesome, says Odin, says Dion. Well, thank you, man. I love Mbop. Let me try and see. What's the verse? Oh man, I got guys, I gotta do it. I gotta do it. You might hate me. You had so many relationships in this life, only one or two will last. You're gonna go through the pain and strife, then you turn your back and they're gone so fast. Oh yeah, and they're gone so fast. Oh, I wish I had my voice tonight. Sorry, I have to end it there. I love Mbop. Thank you, Dion. I do appreciate that. We shall refer to my largest scales. My dad raised me on Red Skeleton. He hated the Stooges. Aw, Red Skeleton's good. Jack Gleason, I saw that being shouted at too. Odin, we can't hate you. Break the Bifrost door, please. Neil Cullen, you see Lord Odin? No rats. Damn right, Neil. Oh my God, that movie last night. Brad Noble got timed out. What did Brad do? Valkyrie, what did Brad do? Oh, Brad, what happened? Oh, okay, I see it. Brad said to Steph, quit getting hot over me. Whack, whack, whack. Super says, speaking of Monty Python, I've seen the Holy Grail, but not much else. Any ideas on where to start if I want to get more into Monty Python? Holy Grail is definitely the best place to start, but Life of Brian would be, to me, a very good second film. It's equally as funny in very different ways. I love it. So I would definitely recommend that. Always look on the bright side of life. 70B, 28 watching, 56 likes. Hells yeah. Per comment says, you like Hanson? I just thought a little bit of respect for you. Guys, you don't understand. Those kids play their own instruments at that age. They can still perform today, and they've actually grown up very, like, their talents have actually, like, grown a lot over the years. Look up some modern day Hanson songs, guys. They're good. Lando Calrissian. Ooh, the injustice. Naughty boy indeed. Naughty, naughty boy. Tina says he's harassing staff. I saw that. More injustice for Brad. He said Jehovah again. McKenna Warfare says, well, Brad just got timed out, and at the time Lando Calrissian arrives. Conspiracy! Oh, yeah, that's right. Interesting, Lando, that you show up when Brad gets timed out. Lando, are you and Brad the same person? And actually, guys, it is now 9:30. Hanson equals Jackson 5 minus Michael. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. All right, guys, so let's start to wrap things up. Let's start to say goodbyes. As y'all start to put goodbyes in the chat, I'm going to go ahead and shout out my patrons one more time. So I want to give a huge shout out once again to Adam Shawhan, Castellan Fry, Dave Bob, Enrique Evangelista, Inflamed Wood, Jeffrey Toon, Sly Jones, the DJ D Show, those 2 ball guys who are starting their channel at the end of the month, and Tina B, my Valkyrie. Y'all are amazing people, and I love you. All right, so let's see what we got. Bring out your dead. I guess Brad is not that noble, says Perth. Absolutely. Bring out your dead. Neil Coolin, you're only making it worse on yourself. Making it worse how? How could it be any worse? Jehovah, Jehovah. So good. So good. Free Brad. Hashtag free Brad. Yes, good night, Mex. Good night, Hyperen. Amazing having you as always. Mechanical Warfare, you have a good one. Mr. Pete, have a good one. Super. Thank you so much, man. Always great to have you here. Thank you so much. Good night, Edward Coleman. Wind down, Tina. Good night, Hound. Good night, Tina. Good night, Steph. Perth Comics, always great to have you on, man. Join us once again. So tomorrow, guys, no live stream. No live stream tomorrow, unfortunately, because of school function I have to go to. So no live stream tomorrow, but we should be back on Friday. So that's my plan. If I do jump on before then, I will try and let y'all know as soon as I can. But guys, again, that's what I want to try and do. Monday and Tuesday live stream, but tomorrow I have a school function, so I can't. So Wednesday and Thursday are going to be my off days. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 2 out of the 3 days are likely going to be options. So that way I can spend some time with the wife. So Nickel Noodles, what's up, Nickel? Owen Valkyrie's in chat. Nickel, glad to have you here. I'm not dead yet. I've gotten better, says Donald Hudson. Mechanical Warfare. Dion, good night, man. 4 hour more for me. Dude, Dion, have a good night, man. Brad Lives Matter, says Lando. Yes, if you want to become a Patreon supporter, go ahead and click on that link. I'd appreciate it. Perth, Tina, Mr. P, thank y'all so much. Y'all are amazing, guys. Have a great night. I'm so glad that Streamlabs is working tonight. This has been amazing. I hope that this keeps on working in the future. I love you all so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank y'all so much for watching. Have a great night. As always, God bless. And also, guys, I will be posting a link either in the description of this video or the comments, maybe both, of a link to the Twitter poll. I'm going to get with my Valkyrie as soon as the stream ends. We're going to create a poll for the next movie watch that we do together, the next Asgardian movie night. And I'll put the poll out there. I'll put it and set it for the week. And then anyone can vote in it. And whatever has the most votes at the end of the week is going to be the movie that we watch next week, either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. And again, I'll let y'all know what night in particular. No live stream, unsubscribe, says Edward Coleman. I'm sorry, dude. I'm so sorry. Adam Shaw, it's been so nice to not have any lag. You were absolutely right about that. All right, guys. Angel, have a good night. Donald Hudson, have a good night. Thank you all so much for watching. God bless. Love you all so much. And